All right, guys, welcome to Top in the Shop for September 15th, 2016. I am your stream host for this evening, Robbie Votad. Joining me on commentary, Mr. Chris Becco, Fire Team.
Welcome, everybody, to Top in the Shop.
Woo! Back again for more weekly Street Fighter V action, hosted live at Alamo Draft House here in Kansas City, Missouri. You guys are in the area. It's right on the edge of the heart of Kansas City. Of course, talking about Power and Light District. Please come out and check out Alamo Draft House. Fantastic venue, theater for dates, fully stocked restaurant and bar, all the works. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So our first match tonight is Tomahawk Engine against Potato Salad.
Yeah, Potato Salad, and
yeah.
Go and check out who Spencer's first round match is, if you could. I think it's Abby.
Yeah, it's Blanca Cat.
Yeah.
You are against Rayshawn on stream next.
Yeah. So we're going to have up first Tomahawk Engine, which if you're not familiar with the name, you probably won't be. It is Sonic Spire from our previous ventures. So he plays Bison and Alex. And
before that, T-Hawk, Guile, Bison, and Street Fighter 4.
So we don't know who we're going to see today. Potato Salad, very, very strong Laura player. Anti-airs with her, better than most Ryus.
Yep, I agree. And he's just a good, fundamentally sound player. We talk about it every week. He had a strong competition background in the Marvel days. He is KIT Potato Salad for a reason, on with those guys in Tennessee. I'm going to add that tag really quick. Much love for KIT. We actually went out and visited that tournament last winter, and it was a great time, man. It was a great time. So we're going to see the fundamental sensibilities and solid play versus Josh's kind of more unpredictable style, and he definitely can be. He definitely was a notorious player at one point for being that T-Hawk player who would dive in, and next thing, when you try to do like a tight block string, SFV. So you had to, like, okay, this is how that guy I'm playing. So we're gonna see Guile versus Laura. He's looking over here like, are you?
He's eyeing me, dude.
Calling me out right now.
Yeah. Freaking Tomahawk Engine, he is nuts, ladies and gentlemen. That is the one thing you have to remember. But Guile, it looks like no, he wanted to eat. Yeah, he specifically told me. Now,
we always talk every week about how Laura is arguably an anti-Nash character, and I would say that Nash does Guile's job better than Guile. Yeah. So once Laura gets in, it's going to be.
He has at least the meterless reversal, but it is mediable, so it's just like an EX Peach with with Armika, very similar. As you said though, once she gets in, man, all he has is just a 1 or 0 response to it, and that's the flash kick.
Well, right now he's doing pretty good. I mean, Potato Salad, it looks like he's feeling the waters out a little bit. He's not doing anything hyper aggressive yet. He hasn't really challenged a lot of buttons at normal Laura spaces. So I think he's just kind of being like, what kind of guy am I playing? Is this a guy that likes to just always flash kick through everything? Or is this a guy who's actually going to try to zone me? And,
full punish. Oh, you dropped it.
Opportunity to punish. That move definitely punishable in this game. As opposed to in the previous Street Fighter 4, you had to know how to focus attack through the second hit and to make any damage really count.
Yeah, in this game, though, very easy to punish. Wow, misses it. It looks like he gets the EX Thunderclap pressure afterward. There's the V-trigger cancel on the sweep to make it safe. Very similar to the FADC in Street Fighter 4.
Yep. Guy with a little bit of setup right now. Oh, got damage. He could have got flash kick to end the round.
Yeah. Oh, looks like he will get it. I think that was supposed to be EX shoulder there from Laura.
Well, it was a good answer by Josh, though, using the EX Sonic Boom to blow up it potentially.
Yeah, it has that one hit of armor, and it's like, nope.
So,
flash kick?
Nice, yeah. Usually, round 2, Josh he'll think, okay, I annoyed you with my Sonic Booms, you're going to start jumping in, and you're going to catch a flash kick. Potato Salad going to work.
I like that meaty timing there, trying to blow up the regular flash kick, and there's an EX flash kick response.
Yeah, Josh will just do it. Wow, reset after reset right now.
Standing resets, man, there is scary stuff in this game.
All right, scoops up a Laura in the corner. Interesting meeting.
Goes for the grab. So now we're going to see that corner pressure here from Guile. Again, just as strong as it was in Street Fighter 4.
Wow, excellent.
Wow, that was a fantastic answer spike. Tomahawk in.
The thing is he had presence of mind to buffer it during that big fierce punch. And Laura just undoing all that corner work right now. Just a testament of the patience that Potato Salad has, and that's a reflection of your experience as a player.
That's it. So you didn't do the EX Sonic Boom that time, and it's going to take him out.
Yeah, but Josh has had really good opportunities to win this match.
Yep.
Like he's making good choices.
Yeah, Josh is definitely doing a lot better than one would expect against such a strong player. Again, he's really making those opportunities happen. And now he needs to watch out. Lower of course getting in with those standing resets. Again, here we go. Stand medium kick. Not connecting.
And the thing is, I was going to talk about how, Guile had the range, like the classic 2.5 square range where Guile was so dangerous in previous versions of the game. But it's like Guile needs to still get in and rush you down.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have the luxury of that crouch fierce punch that has been so prevalent in previous versions of Street Fighter. So it's kind of hard for him to truly zone like that.
Yeah, the thing is also about Guile in this game, unlike Guile in Street Fighter 4, he relies. Watson's at the bar, by the way, so you probably should call him in the match. Or Valtteri versus. Or is Blanca versus Spencer, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing it right now.
Yeah.
I get Blanca versus Spencer on an open setup.
Oh, I thought they were already playing.
No, just Riku's got done.
Okay.
But what I was going to say was, in Street Fighter 4, Guile relied on his crouch fierce to stop cross-ups. Like, you actually preemptively hit it, kind of like Akuma crouch fierce, very similar, where it's like they're going over the top, you hit him with the crouch fierce, and then that's it. But in this game, he doesn't have that button, as you always talk about, no crouch fierce.
Yeah.
And so actually in this game, Guile relies on autocorrect flash kick.
Yes.
That's the thing. And the thing is, you saw Josh, he charged it. He was ready for it. KT Potato Salad jumped over the top, and he didn't go for the flash kick.
Right.
A seasoned Guile player would be like, oh yeah, no problem.
It's because one of the easiest moves, one of the easiest reversals to cross up in the history of Street Fighter 4
was flash kick. Yeah, like he's used to it. He's like, dude, I got blown up there
that's not
800 times.
Yeah, that's not an option I'm used to having. And even though the game came out in February, there are still little nuances. Like, for example, myself, I'm still not conditioned to punish Balrog sweep on block.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it.
You've seen it so many times.
100 gazillion times in 4.
And you're like, that's it?
That's safe.
I'm still used to punishing it because Akuma was one of the few characters in the entire game that could punish it. But yeah, if I played like a character like Seth, I'd be like, as my main, I'd be like, yeah, I have nothing.
Oh, if Akuma has forward roundhouse in this game, if he comes out in this game, I will be like, and it's punishable, dude, you got to punch that spine and say, I will still be like, no,
dude.
No, that's safe.
No, that's safe, bro.
I'm not trying to get French out right here.
I am about to get DP FADC out of that.
All right, so Josh on.
He knew the pressure was building onto the Tomahawk engine. He goes for the bait.
Chipping away that low forward, stolen by Nash.
Yeah, and the thing is also about Guile, and I think Tomahawk engine is kind of doing like a little bit of high thought level mix up there, because a lot of guys go for the crouch medium kick into the overhead, and so the thing is, he's done crouch medium kick twice in a row like every time. And the thing is, it's actually hit almost every time, because Potato Salad's like, oh yeah, he's gonna do the target combo like every other Guile ever. And the thing is, actually, Tomahawk engine utilizing just a very small mix up. It's, we're talking 70 damage here, but it is a little tick of damage, and that's what's been keeping Tomahawk engine in these rounds, is those little ticks of damage.
Well, talking about no little amount of success here, Potato Salad has landed the last 3 for 3 anti-airs. We talked about his ability to, his just control of the ground game overall.
Yeah.
I bet he wished he had these anti-airs when he was playing Abel back in Street Fighter 4.
Oh yeah, he's like, dude, guys, I try to use standing fierce to anti-people.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, you have no idea how hard this game is.
Looking for overhead, maybe?
Oh, just
good
out of
idea.
range.
Good idea.
Oh, that's not gonna be safe.
No.
Oh wow, goes for the V reversal instead of punishing. I think that's punishable. I mean, I'm not.
I think it is. He could have. I'm pretty sure he could have EX shoulder through it, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or no, EX shoulder only has a very limited armor. I think just blocking it and then punching it over.
I think it was
well,
kind
did
of
they update the PS4 OS?
Yes, they did.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, the new firmware came out. Of course, all of the Brooks people on the internet weep universally, but. Can I get RTY and Valteria on stream? On deck, I need Watson, Chan, and Chris for stream.
Potato Salad 2-0. So up next, we're going to have RTY versus Valteria. These guys are definitely friends outside of the game. Definitely.
Yep, very vocal on our local Facebook channel, Facebook group, KCSRK.
Yeah, definitely these two guys definitely share a lot of the same views on the game. And so, I mean, it'll be interesting to see them two play, because they, again, very similar views when it comes to the game. And so, you'll see a lot of the same thought processes from both these two players. Rayshawn, definitely, I couldn't... if I didn't say he definitely has the upper hand here, that would be definitely lying.
He has definitely more, like, both these players both came in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
But Rayshawn has just enough prior fighting game experience
with
that really gave him an edge coming into Street Fighter 5, and he's been a solid player. He hits the up and downs on the roller coasters, like they call it. But I think as time goes on, we're going to see Rayshawn
grow into a better
more mental trap and really earn that mental discipline that is a hallmark of so many top level Street Fighter players and fighting game players in general, because I don't know, just being a better competitor is going to help you across all games.
Yeah.
And I just want to go back to last match. I feel like Josh played that incredibly well. So he had a little bit of a crack at the end. And that kind of is a 50-50 in a universe, and in a different universe. That flash he did, like at that spacing, actually
works perfectly.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it does hit, and those are the kind of things that a more experienced player goes, "What?
Yeah,
who does that?"
Yeah, I get hit by that 24/7, dude.
All right, so Balrog and Vega.
So I think Rayshawn he plays the Balrog as kind of a scrub buster. Not to call Valkyrie a scrub, but. Scrub Buster is used lightly here. I always mean like a player of lesser skill than you, or usually places lower than you.
Well, it's a player that. Whoops, I got to update names. It's a player that you're banking on they don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's one of those things where Balrog, it's really strong character. And the thing is, like as you said, if you don't know, I mean, also he definitely brings out against people that are usually plays higher than him, but they don't know the matchup, and that's the thing. It's like now you see certain things that Rayshawn is doing that may be unsafe, but
there, the target combo.
So here's a full punish there by Rayshawn, misses it, but ends in the EX. So that was a punishable. That's -4. Valkyrie could probably go for the stand-like punch into the light rolling crystal flash or whatever.
Right there, you saw literally the only wake-up option that Balrog has is that armored uppercut that he has, and it's not even like
a true.
It's not good. It's not like a short Yukin. It's something that is very difficult.
There's the target combo wake up. That's his only 3-frame normal there. That standing light kick. You'll see him use it a lot probably. It's a really strong tool against people that don't know their meaty timing super properly. Wow, there's a good command grab. I like that.
I want to see Valtteri get out of the corner right here. Wow, another wake up.
What sucks about his command grab puts him into the corner. It's just inherently bad.
See, right now, like he could try to get out with the wall jump. That's what I would like to see. It's just not the Barcelona dive, but the jump back to the wall, bounce off the wall to get over.
I like that jump there. And just trying to nullify the V trigger, but there's the low hit there, and that's going to be killed. Nope,
not quite.
Just literally a pixel.
Hey, he can still get a confirm here into super. Oh, that would have been it. He needs to react to dash punch with the rose.
Yeah,
with the rose. Yeah, that would. Oh,
that's so fast.
I want to run up. And be like, Valteria, this is the tech.
This is the tech, dog. Because he does so. And the thing is, he would have killed him twice over, man.
Yeah.
That V trigger into super does so much damage.
I like that Valteria every single week is showing some sort of improvement. And a lot of people take losses on the level that Valteria goes, and they just quit the game. They just like, I'm done with this. This game sucks. I get too mad. But Valteria is always moving forward, if even just a little bit.
Who's next off stream?
Let's see.
Spencer took 2-0 over Abby.
Probably going to be on loser's side.
Yeah. Rip. There we go.
Gosh. Awesome mix-up.
Nope, we don't have it.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just sit tight here for a second. Get as many winner side matches on stream as we can. Try to give everybody a chance to get on the big screen, and so they can go home and watch.
Yeah.
This is a good range that Valtteri is holding. RTY looking to try to get in, and I always have to remind myself that EX Dash Punch doesn't have armor on it in this version of the game.
Yeah, although it is not negative.
Right, it's not negative.
So you kind of trade out that. It's more like just like a really crazy, just blow them up real quick.
And it's going to be dead.
Yeah. The thing is, Valtteri just trying to go for a little bit of, I wouldn't say desperation, as the V-trigger is completely safe.
Yeah.
Completely safe. It's not like there's anything in the game that can punish it. So,
right.
So I mean, it's one of those things where like, it hits, great. I move on with the round, and nice.
You know who I would put in a Street Fighter V hype match? Valteria and Josh.
Yeah.
I feel like they're both very
similar in terms of
where they're at.
Yeah. Josh is not playing the game as much. I think, again, we talk about that centric training, man, that really doles it out on you. It's like a full-time job with homework.
Yep.
But now we're going to see Valteria trying to take that position.
Oh, no. Okay, well,
and the EX wall dive is really hard to deal with. If you don't have a DP, man, that is the hardest stuff to do.
I was wondering what the interaction between Balrog stand medium punch and because it's got the overhead hit.
Ash's crafting punch loses to it.
Going to go for the overhead? Oh, wow. Okay. You know what? And he probably didn't go for the overhead right there, respecting the fact that Rayshawn had blown up all the wake-up attempts earlier with the EX uppercut.
And that's the thing, too. Like, that's the high-level mix-up. Dead, yeah. That's the high-level mix-up, though. You're like, oh, yeah, overhead. That's the obvious choice. But then Valteria goes for the next option, which is bait the overhead reaction. It didn't work out. But good. Again, that's where it shows, like, again, that high-level thinking process there from Valteria.
On stream, can I get Watson Chan and Chris, please? On an open setup, can I get Valteria and Blanca Cat?
Rip.
Valteria and Blanca Cat on open setup, please.
So next we're going to have Watson Chan versus Chris. Chris, of course, has been coming out sparingly.
So
I think
the thing about Chris is
he has a hard time, I imagine, making out to these things.
In our resident Kansas City Skull chat, which I'm only a part of because of one very brief glimpse of my time, I was trying to kind of learn the game after EVO 2014. But anyway, Chris is like, I want to play Street Fighter 5 with somebody. He's like, who wants to play Street Fighter 5? And everybody's like, oh, I'll play KOF. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey man, I'll play Street Fighter 5 with you. So we played a really long set. He's like, yeah, I've only played in person like one time before. He's like, this Top of the Shop is like my second ever appearance. So, and he came out for the last Street Fighter 4 tournament. But anyway, what I wanted to, the thing I told him after we got done playing was, I said, hey man, you got really good sensibilities for the game. You just need more experience.
Yeah.
Just experience, not necessarily practice.
Sure.
He's trying to play Jury, which...
Okay. Little harder character, a little bit, especially when you talk about execution in this game.
I just said...
She's one of the hardest.
I said Jury feels like an objectively worse Ryu. And he's like, oh, I main Ryu, and he's too boring. That's why I went to Jury. And I was like...
I respect that.
All right. But you see glimpses of his play where you're like... I never once thought when I played him, this guy's a scrubber, this guy sucks. It was always, man, if he had better X and Y, I would be getting hung out the driveway. I would be getting blown up. So it's one of those things like, you can play this game, come out and play. And I think more players need to be told that you're capable of playing this game if you put the time in.
Yeah.
Watson being an incredible example of that.
Where it's like you could see the beginnings back in Street Fighter 4 where it's like, oh yeah, this guy's a solid player. He's not quite there yet, but he'll make it there. And then now he's, definitely one of the top contenders every week.
He's definitely a threat. Right now, putting on that cloud.
Wow, good anti-air.
They say zoning is dead. Man, that Hazunshin is very difficult to react to.
Yeah, it's very hard to react to. It's pretty punishable, to be honest. Right. But as you said, like just not getting hit by it's the hard part in the first place.
And it's got a very, very long reach too.
Wow, you see that delay on that frame trap there by Watson Chan. Good frame trap sensitivity with this guy.
The thing is about Chris is he plays Jury very runaway style.
Okay.
And his other character, he said, I want to play Jury. He's like, my three characters for this: Jury, then I want to play Nash, and I want to play Ryu.
Yeah, that's the thing though about newer players. They usually have to stick to one character, man.
Yes.
Like even myself. I mean, I spread myself, I think, too thin across two characters. And Ray Sean, I think, actually got the same thing happen to as well.
Yeah.
And we're experienced players. I guess I'm kind of the king of playing like 9 characters. But since the game is so new, and I'm still kind of learning the engine and stuff like that. Still it's hard to. Wow, good crush counter combo.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is he's kind of lacking a little bit in the hit. He'll get some straight hits and then immediately like dash forward, try to throw. Like, oh, I didn't expect to get damage here.
That's as we talked about, man. Just hours upon hours. That random block dummy in training mode really gets you the practice you need.
Yeah, I'm up to 50 now. That's what I put. Man, Watson is just sending a message right now. This is jump light kick.
Stop trying to anti-air.
It owns your soul. It owns your future children's soul. It
owns your car, and it stole your mortgage, and it made you pay it off.
It made you pay it off. And if it's not that, it's the stand medium punch. Really representing that button. And that's the thing is, Chris really will go for the jab as the anti-air.
Which normally probably would work, but with that amazing. Oh, here we go. See, good punish there. Like it's kind of, I don't want to say canned punish, but like that's really what it is.
I'm honestly not sure when it comes to Jury if she's one of those characters like Karen that doesn't get as good at damage opportunities off a crush counter.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about Jury. Like I said, this is really the first time I ever commentated.
Well, sure, but I'm glad he has the punish. But see, like they're missing that punish is a big deal.
Right.
Like if he did that, Watson would be dead, or at least really close to being dead. And that's the thing. That's what separates the best players from some of the lower level players. But see, this is good stuff from Chris though, staying in the game and not being kind of rattled. He's like, oh, I missed the combo, but he's still in there. And he's still fighting well, and that's the thing. He's not rattled by his drop. And there you go. He takes the run off of Watson Chan.
I think Watson a little hot under the collar right there.
I think he's just over complicating his game plan. He did a very simple, straightforward game plan in round 1. Continue with the super simple, straightforward game plan round 2.
Taking a page out of the fire team thing.
Yeah, don't do the fire team, dude.
Oh, okay. Super.
This should be punishable?
Yes.
Maybe not my stellar plexus. I'm not sure what would be punishable. I know EX Fireball punishes it, but like obviously it's not a very good punish.
You know, and to be fair though, even if Jury hits you with that raw, it does not do a lot of damage.
No.
And I don't know why. Wow, excellent use of the V skill right there.
Yeah, he read
one
the
of the
fireball.
only V skills in the game that you can cancel into a dash at any frame. You can cancel it. Great pressure right now. Getting a little too hot under the collar.
Wow, he's just jumping around.
It's making it work right now.
Definitely close to taking this game. Oh, that's punishable. He didn't punish it. He just went for the frame trap instead. Hot.
Oh, the scramble situation is so hot right now. Gotta be careful.
Oh, that's gonna be it.
No,
He goes
the
for
damage,
the damage, dude. If he had that, man. But he needs to stay. He needs to stay chill.
Yeah.
Wow, that's it.
Dude, one thing I noticed playing against Jury online, her throw range seems really fat.
Yeah.
Like really long.
Well, the thing is also, it's like she's standing on one leg, so it's like.
Kind of misleading.
Yeah, it's like Adon, dude. Like he had a really good car throw in Street Fighter 4, but then it looked even worse because you saw his hind leg and you're like, yeah, dude, it's not.
He's all the way back there.
Yeah, he's all the way back there, dude. And it's like, no. Like you have to account for that front leg too, and it's really dumb. But
yeah,
I mean, it's a small little nuance of the game. But yeah, see, this is what I like from Watch Chain. It's very simple, very clean. Doesn't answer you there with a jab. I think it definitely would have worked, but that's okay. He gets the DP there instead.
He's been getting a lot better at DPs, and Watson being one of the anti-DP short Ryus in the entire world, coming from a crouch spheres from, almost instant overhead with the jump,
jump
light
kick. Probably trying to do like a, some kind of tech. Probably try to jump back tech, but he did up.
I just say keep going in, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep going in with with jump light kick.
There's the thing too, like I always talk about throwing early and throwing often in your block strings. And that's Cups' favorite saying, and I stole it from him.
Well, that's just, that's just 101. Make the other player scared of your throws.
Oh yeah,
and you condition them.
And the thing is, like, Watson's been doing a lot of frame traps and just kind of a lot of buttons. It's like, okay, just walk up and throw them, dude.
Yeah, trying to show off with the parries right there.
Okay, I like the sweep there, so he's gonna go. See, like, there's the frame trap, right? Okay, so here's the grab. I like that. So you just go for the grabs.
I told Watson about the dirty samurai, XKS samurai setup.
Which one's that?
On Twitter. It's crush counter sweep, dash 3 times, stand jab, stand roundhouse. It hits meaty on the second active frame, and if it hits, like wake up jab, you can link it into solar plexus, into 3D damage. Yeah, it's nuts, right?
Solar plexus.
Solar plexus after stand roundhouse.
Oh, notional shimmy Nick Super. That was sick.
I would be excited about that. If I got hit about that, I was like, Watson, okay.
Watson, I put the respect onto that.
All right, now, do you want to play?
I can play.
Okay. I need fire team on stream. After that, I need myself and Coach Dick. Yes. All right, joining me now on commentary, Mr. RTY GS. Me and you next, bro. I hit shuffle, I put the top 3, and I say go. I'll let the 1s and the 0s do their thing.
I just want to compliment you on this new webcam. I like this a lot.
The angle?
Yeah, the angle.
This is my poverty tripod, aka sitting on top of my computer.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but the angle's still sick.
It's all right. I don't know. The next thing on my list, I got a new video card coming in the mail. The next thing on my list is I'm going to buy 2 HDMI cameras with tripods. And we're going that route.
What video card do you get?
Just a 1060. I didn't go for like anything fat.
I mean, how much was the 1060?
$250.
$200 more. You got that 1070.
Don't need it, man.
I feel you.
For what I need, for what I'm doing, I don't need it.
That's fine.
I mean, the thing is like, yeah, if I would have went ham on it and did the $400 card, I would have been okay until like what, maybe 2019, not needing a new.
Nah, man, you won't need another card for like at least 7 years.
The 1070 right now is more than enough for current generation games.
I mean, I agree. Up next, we have Fire Team and Cups. Fire Team and Cups. Nash versus Ken, most likely.
Yep. So last week, I watched my match with Fire Team over and over and over again because going by my experience playing fighting games, I know when a player wants to run away.
Right.
Did I not update something? No, it's all updated. I just thought we'd have another match ready. I knew he wanted to play the runaway game, so I'm like, okay, I'll play the runaway game too. And Ken stray hits do more damage than Nash stray hits. Yep. That was my idea going into it. So I think that Cups definitely has the chops for the rushdown game, and Fire Team's going to stick with that runaway defense. That's what I expect to see happen.
Yeah.
Some basic matchup tips about this, though, is you only want to throw a projectile if Nash has thrown a projectile. Otherwise, you're just basically feeding him resources that make your life a lot harder. You want to talk about not ever getting damage? Nash only gets damage off crush counters. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, he'll poke at you, it's like 40 here, 50 there, and then he crush counters you and say goodbye to like 45% of your health.
Yeah. Nash not one particularly, like, he racks up on those straight hits because of how good his movement is.
Correct. Spacing. He earns the space and then he earns the buttons.
Yeah, exactly.
Julio is in Japan right now with like the rest of the world for some reason for Tokyo Game Show. He played a set against Yukidon and it was 5-3 Yukidon.
You know what's funny?
He said it was so hard.
I was watching Chris Terry tweet it and he was like, "Yo, I cannot EX Tatsu in Japan." He's like, "All they do is they crouch, let it whiff, and they punish me." I was like, "Yo, that's next level shit. I never thought of that."
Yeah, but the thing is then somebody called him out on Twitter like, "Oh, well, you're spacing it then."
Well, no, because here's whatever Birdman, whatever the Japan Ken, the Japan American Ken. He was like
Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird. He was like
from the Middle East.
If you do it from a farther space, the correct space, they have more time to react. So you kind of have to do it from that space.
It's like throwing a fireball.
Yeah.
No, it is like throwing a fireball. 100%.
So that's interesting. Yeah. And
well, I mean, Chris T is also the player. We're getting right off topic here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, right now,
nice whip punish.
Fire Team's doing a very good job of moving in and out. And like the thing is about this particular matchup is this is where Ken has to get his damage in. I want to think that was DP. I want to think that Stan Fierce was DP. Chris T, when Street Fighter V first came out, and I will stop talking about this, move on, bodied all of Japan when the game first came out, and they immediately said thank you for the matches, and they went all up to their hotel room, all of them, like Tokido and everybody, and they sat there and they laughed against Ken.
Yeah.
Like, so he's getting a little bit of a comeuppance for that. So this early on in the match, what you want to do is Ken here, because obviously this is skewed for Fire Team. You have to, we talked about this last week, spend your first 20 seconds getting Nash into the corner. The problem with throwing fireballs at this range is that you're feeding him resources and you are gaining nothing, because you don't get the meter off the fireball whenever he absorbs it. Excellent. Got the full DP punish off that with the run. Okay, this is a chance to do damage. I want to see some meaties. Fire Team test the water stand. I don't believe it. Finds a sweep.
He walked back. He did a jab just to kind of check, and then he walked back anticipating the P trigger, I assume.
Yeah. I don't like sweep in the run. Like I don't like it. And I know this is one of the things that Cubs and I talked about when the game was very early coming out, was like, oh yeah, they always cancel sweep in the run. And I'm like, I don't know, man. And I think people in Kansas City they don't put up with the run for shit. I think everybody in Kansas City does such a good job at that.
No, that's
yep, switch sides. DP. You can block, you can DP. Fundamental rule.
Oh, that was DP. I want to believe that was DP.
Maybe it was jab.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah, it was jab. Round 2. If they fall away, then it's wake up Tatsu.
Yeah.
God, man, that move just shouldn't anti-air, but it does. What are you gonna do? All right, so you have him in the corner. Now I like to use the meter. That's the thing. The meter is so important for EX Tatsu and arguably EX Fireball. I still think the Tatsu is the best meter use for Ken in this matchup. And you just gotta chill right now. Like that in those situations when against Fire Team last week, that's when I would have to just sit there, try to outpatient, try to wait for him to jump out and try to get some damage because I'm playing a long game.
Right. That's game.
Straight into super.
Yep.
But there wasn't a lot of things. Cubs knew his ranges, and he was fighting at the ranges where he was like, this is where Ken does well. It's just Nash beats up Ken at those ranges, much like Chun-Li does.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a hard matchup. Like I can't take Cubs aside right now and say you need to do A, B, and C better because it beats everything that Fire Team was doing. They don't exist.
No.
The options aren't there. I can't tell him you need a fireball better. Yeah. I can't tell him you need an anti-air better. I can't tell him you need better footsies because Ken doesn't have them in this matchup. So
yeah, it's Ken wins against Shoto's in specific because of how good he is at just being able to move and control the space. Yeah. And if you're not able to handle that with your own pressure or the rush down, or if you're not just able to hold your own in the neutral like consistently, you're just gonna get run down like that.
It's hard.
Yeah,
like,
it's really hard.
I can feel the frustration from it. I I get frustrated watching. I'm just like, there has to be an answer, and sometimes it just doesn't feel like there is one.
No.
All right, guys, so coming up next, it's going to be myself and Coach Dick. Thank you so much for watching Top of the Shop this evening. We'll leave you guys in the very capable hands of course, Mr. Ray, Sean, and Fire Team. Thanks for watching. All right, myself and Dick, and then the loser's bracket's going to open up.
Looking swole, QAF. So we're going to have Robbie versus DYC Gamer.
And this is going to be Ken versus Rainbow Mika.
Yeah, Ken versus Mika. Of course, when you talk about Ken, he has those standard Shotokan tools like Fireball and DP, but definitely toned down for Street Fighter V. So not gonna be as good as like Ryu. I like Ryu Mika because of exactly those reasons. Like he has those very standard Fireball and DP tools. But the thing is about Ken is, again, they're not as strong, but they still definitely matter in this matchup. That's really what you need to do to make sure to keep Armika out. Because Armika, when she gets in, as you know, man, it's no bueno.
Yeah.
No bueno.
I actually picked up a little bit of Ryu just for that matchup because I feel like Ryu does so much of a better
Ryu's
job.
so very good in that matchup, dude. Oh, man. He's so very good.
I love being able to whip punish rolls with sweep because I have a reliable sweep.
You have a reliable sweep that's fast, good range, and even if you miss, it's not like it's the most punishable thing ever.
Yeah.
And regardless, you have the parry for this, because like as Nash, dude, for Nash, man, like whenever somebody does a charge roundhouse, like if I don't react to it very early, I'm like, I gotta eat it. Here we go.
Yeah, I gotta guess.
I'm like, that's it. I just gotta block. There's nothing to it.
Yep.
But Ryu, if I react to it ever, instant parry. Stay medium punch, crouch for your DP, punish. It's like with no other character in the game is that possible.
Nope.
I mean, you could do an invincible DP on the way in, I guess, but it gets really hard to react to. Get through the input and everything.
And the ranges, it's gonna look something.
Sure.
You're gonna do it, but
or they could just like hold it for half a second and they just fall over.
Yeah.
And it's like if you do like the full medium punch DP, then it's like, oh wow, you totally screwed up.
I just ate a lot of damage.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, but with the parry, it's like, oh, they didn't do it. Okay, I just parried across the screen. Who cares?
Yeah.
They're not gonna do anything to me. And they actually take longer to recover than you do. So like, who cares? Anyway, we're gonna have Ken and Armika both sporting the green color. Coach Dick gonna be wearing green as well, going by Coach Dick this time instead of the regular DYC.
All right, here we are diving into it. Disgusting Mr. Grinch.
Yeah,
Ken and
we have just puked your peas, Ken. Versus chlorophyll Armika.
Oh, he went for the grab. No DP there.
Yeah, I think that was a DP, but a miss input for sure. Oh, that's right. There's that charged roundhouse. Here comes a combo from DYC. Misses it though. And so now Robbie B going in with the throw. Goes for the overhead. He's got a DP those on the way in, I think.
Yeah, that's probably the only way that Ken has to deal with that charge roundhouse.
Yeah, I could
any other way would get crush countered.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that's where good DP there by Robbie B.
The thing with Mika is you gotta kill it before it starts.
Yeah. Wow, nice.
Yeah, jump back fierce.
That's a really good way of putting it. You just gotta put it down before it even becomes the problem. Man. You just can't deal with that.
Yeah.
And so Armika now and Ken will see a pretty similar meter. That's a pretty convincing round by Robbie. Here's a full combo. Absolutely. Into the corner. Goes through the crouch medium punch, frame trap. I like to see Robbie a little bit more throws here in these early games.
Yeah, one thing that you have to get as a download early in the set is good if your opponent can tech throws.
Absolutely. And the thing is also when you talk about Armikas, usually they don't tech a lot of throws because people don't go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's something like good, man, backdash DP by Robbie V. Just perfect read onto DYC.
Yep, and there goes that overhead. It always works because you're like, it's not going to reach.
Yeah. And he knows that. He knows that range just absolutely perfectly.
Yeah. He whiffed a couple of them, but they worked out for him because he backdash DP'd right after.
Oh, yeah.
Solid read.
Absolutely. And the thing is also about Robbie, he has those DPs just, like 7 days to Sunday, dude. And the thing is, the only time he ever doesn't do them is when he drops the input.
Yeah.
Not because it's like, oh, I didn't react fast enough, or oh, man, I wasn't spaced properly. It's like, oh, yeah, I just didn't input it fast enough. And that's the classic Robbie V special.
All right, so he takes the first set, or first game. My goodness.
See, there's the grab. I like that.
Oh, nice.
But I think to be fair, he did frame trap him every time before that. So I think DYC kind of expecting that at that point.
Oh, he gets the jump in, but he drops the combo.
Yeah, it's
Robbie
twice
not
there.
being able to punish.
He got the he got the cross up into the stay medium punch, but drops the follow up. There's the EX or the light kick Tatsu 3-frame wake up tool.
Yeah, it's super solid. Like it's a lot like 3-frame jabs. The only difference is it's super punishable if you guess wrong.
Yeah,
So-
that's the, oh wow, good throw.
Yeah, beats the V reversal.
And see, there's the grab. He's been doing frame trap there every time, and there that time, TKC Robbie V going for the grab. You're gonna pick up the round. So again, I definitely like that. The thing is also, DYC needs sure to clean up those combos. Seem like every time, because the thing is like Mika doesn't hit that many things. So like now that he actually got a combo, so like now look at the life difference. Like there's a life difference in favor of DYC. He needs to make sure to keep it too.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, as Mika, it's not hard. But what DYC is doing is letting the pressure go.
Yeah.
Like he's getting straight hits, and then
Like that, like dropping the
he's
combo.
getting
Or,
straight hit, dropping the combo, or he's just not converting or hit confirming.
sure, and that's gonna be the big difference here, I think, for this match. And see, like there's an opportunity for a forward mean punch.
Yeah,
not
for
quite
the clap.
connecting. Yeah, not quite connecting there. And so it's gonna be really hard for him to get back in this round. Well, at least he does have a V trigger and the critical art available.
Yeah, he needs to slide under these fireballs just to stop him.
Sure.
To be honest.
Like he just relieving that pressure, not taking the chip damage.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
Robbie stuffed it. All it takes, though, to be fair, is one mix-up. And Dick's not out of it, but it's pretty close. Robbie's going to get one
Wow,
hit.
there's the
Super.
splash.
All he has to do is super.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow, he even hit him. That's it.
I guess it was like a whiff punish per se on the clap, but
Yeah.
more so just doing it just to chip. I was gonna say that's kind of rude. Like I said, no feelings lost. But I just got spanned by an 888 number.
Megan Cups versus Chris on an open setup. Cups versus Chris.
Yeah, guys, we're once again running short on setups. We have 2 setups aside from stream setups this week.
Hey, Devin, what was the score on your match?
I did not give you guys thumbs up.
Rip. Can we start over? Yo, when I sat down at Combo Breaker, I sat down inside, I was ready.
All right, guys. Shout outs to RTY. Thanks for holding down on commentary. Shout outs to Dick for coming out.
Yeah.
That dude
Oh my God.
loves the scene, loves Street Fighter, and always glad to see him come out. Really strong competitor, so I'm always glad to see him come out and play.
There we go.
So we've got a grand finals match coming up for you guys tonight. It is RTY, or it's KIT potato salad against boiled chicken. So that's classically Kong. So Kong was last week's top in the shop champion. This week starting things off with a bye and going straight into it against potato salad. So this is a matchup that potato salad kind of rolls his eyes at. It's like, God, I hate doing this. I hate playing against Chun-Li. It's such a hard thing, and for good reason too. Chun-Li really excels at a lot of the ground game where Laura wants to do, and Kong is no slouch in the spacing department. Gonna make every button designed to hit.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like you already look at the buttons that Kong is putting out. They're not all hitting, but they're all perfectly spaced to do their job. That's the thing. It's like there is such thing as hitting, but also such thing as just being perfectly spaced to make sure you can't do anything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's going on right now. And I just want to give a disclaimer right now to stream. This is not a reflection that potato salad is a bad player. If that was me, I would have ate that. I would have ate all that too.
Yeah,
so,
I would get just as perfect as good.
and that's the thing is where this brand of Chun-Li does really well is Kong knows the ranges you want to hit, and Chun-Li just outranges you. So you have to get really creative on how you're going to approach Kong. Like I think that it's up to a player to be creative and not rely on how their character is built if they're going to have any success against Kong. Right now, Kong in the corner gets caught. See, I mean, those are buttons that Laura wants to push at those ranges, and Chun-Li's just still beating them out clean.
Yeah, the thing is Kong blocked because Potato Salad expected Kong to kind of wake up with jab or kind of mash jab there in the early section of his block string, but then as soon as he got anywhere deep in his pressure, perfect counter with Kong.
A crouch jab or a disruption.
He did the crouch medium kick twice.
Right, that's what I'm saying is like, but that's the range as a Laura player where you're like, this is my wheelhouse, and you're completely taking it away.
It's like, I got in, I won.
Yeah.
This is my game now.
Right.
This is it. And it's like, no, it's not.
No, not against Chun-Li as she does on paper, but especially not against Kong as a player.
Yeah.
Like, I had never gotten to see him play again. He always talks about his training sessions like with Alan's son and Glenn's son, two brothers, incredibly strong players from STL. I want to see how those matchups go because he always talks about how he's like, oh, I go back and forth with Alan, and I just want to see what is it about the match. And would I push a button there? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing about like when I watched like I forgot who it was. It was a high-level Chun-Li versus a high-level Nash. I'm pretty sure it's Bonchan versus Zako.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, it looks like Nash is losing the entire game, but it doesn't matter though. Like, he still won some rounds.
Sure.
Like, he actually won the set too, but it looked like just him getting, just pulverized for 68 seconds. And
hey man, I used to taking damage really almost personal in this game. And then you were like, dude, Nash just doesn't hit very hard. It's only a crush counter. And that was like, okay, I need to just chill out. I'm getting hit. Even Chun-Li, look.
Yeah, Chun-Li doesn't do that much damage. Yeah, no, Chun-Li doesn't do that much damage, honestly.
It's
can't do things.
All right.
Like, I mean, she does like 300 damage combos in a row. It's gonna hurt, obviously. Yeah. But like that's because you just got hit by it.
Ow!
It's
the
like
scab on my knee just came off.
Oh,
too much info.
So, wow. See, like there's that invincible reversal. Her only one, that crouching, or sorry, the EX SBK. That could be confirmed there into EX legs. But didn't quite expect it to hit. Wow, that's a counter confirm off the jab there by Kong. Amazing. So now we're gonna see Potato Salad being able to go in and see that shoulder. It kind of gives up the turn though.
Right,
it's -2, and of course Chun-Li with that 3-frame jab. Not what Lawler can do after that. Are you wrecked, dude? Oh, damn, dude, that's huge. I
got blown up, dog.
Dude, that's really blown up.
I got blown up. It's not bleeding. It was ready to come off. But.
Oh, that's creepy. Anyway, there's an overhead confirm. It's going to be probably game unless Faceout can really find his way. That's the thing, though. It's like as soon as he gets any pressure started, it's like boom, boom, stop, no, get out of here. Like there's no point where like Potato Salad gets to go in and get his turn.
Stay in control.
Yeah.
And that's what's really hard. And the thing is playing against Kong is going to make everybody here better for it. It's not like Kong doesn't come out and beat you and then peace out, losers.
Yeah.
It's that. All right, so this is where Laura can't get to play, and she's going to make a couple right reads.
Yep. So here we go.
Reset, maybe?
Yep. Oh, he screws up the combo. That's going to hurt him a lot.
He still has a huge life lead right here. These next couple decisions are going to be so important.
Yeah.
Kong needs basically 1.5 more combos for a dizzy. Excellent throw break. Air leg to blow up the throw. Earns a throw.
That's it.
Wow, did you see the stutter step movement? It's not going to be enough to kill. The reset.
Yeah.
The week 1 reset. I was almost going to throw money out on that.
Yeah, he always does it too. The thing is, you don't expect it because it's so basic.
Son of a bitch,
basic.
Fire Team.
Well, that's the thing. It's hello. That's the thing too. It's like, wait, how did stuff get moved? Oh, there's a scroll bar.
You max them. Yeah, they've added more scenes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, why is there Street Foot? Why is there nothing? And it's like, oh yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, it's a hard matchup, and it's a hard player to fight against.
Oh yeah,
100%.
World Chicken taking that 2-0.
Up next, let's do this. RTY and Spencer on stream, please. On deck, I need Fire Team and
I think Robbie I don't know what he's doing. He should be back, but don't promise anything. So we're going to have RTY versus Spencer up next.
I don't know if Robbie's coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to have RTY versus Spencer. Spencer, first time coming out, I think, to an event. Oh, you just tell her about your scab?
I just made it. I said touch it.
Oh.
Feel it.
No.
It's just.
No.
It's clean.
No.
Come on, Fire Team.
It bothers me. Not.
All right, so a couple weeks ago, Fire Team and Abby Cat were longboarding, and I've never touched a board with wheels in my life. And so they're like doing longboarding stuff, and I'm like, give me that longboard. I'm going to show you a big brother trick that only big brothers can pull off. So I get on it like on my knees, and I go down this pretty precarious
hands and
hill.
knees. I want to clarify.
Yeah.
He's on his hands and knees like I don't even know, dude. Like,
and so I go down the first hill. 100%.
Okay,
I
so
rolled
this-
natural 20.
Okay, so here's the backstory on that hill, right? It's so hard to go around like while standing on a longboard.
While doing it
it's
right.
impossible. It's impossible. Like it's impossible to carve that hard unless you're really good. And Robbie's like, okay, and he gets on his hands and he does it first try. So like, okay, this guy's a pro, right?
I got the natural 20 luck, and then we're walking back. I'm gonna do this again. This feels harder this time.
Yeah.
Totally ate shit. Ripped my knee open super bad, and I just the scab just came off.
So we're gonna have Cups 2-0 over Chris off stream.
Can I get Alex versus Coach DYC?
All right, guys. So Spencer and RTY. So these guys played a very extended set last week in casuals. So this is Spencer's second top in the shop. I'm really glad he came out a second time.
I'm really glad too.
I was playing against him in casuals, and he's got some Chun-Li stuff. Like he's got like good player sensibilities.
Oh wow.
I would like to see him get some timing with Kong and be like, hey, here's some things you could improve on, so on and so forth. But he does does have some good sensibilities when it comes to
This is a great punish.
Yeah, his punishes aren't super good. It's a lot of low forward into bird leg,
But he seems very intuitive.
right. Yeah, his mind is working in the right direction.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he reminds me of a player who's kind of he's made it up. He's taught himself how to play.
Yeah.
Like he didn't start out on the scene, but he's taught himself how to play, and he's very good at it. But right now, it's Ray Sean time.
Yeah, no, I like because like the thing is like he missed the punish because he blocked forward jab, and so Ray Sean came up behind him, so he couldn't do the full crush counter punish he wanted to.
Right.
But Spencer had the mindset
To get some damage.
to get something. He had that mental process happen.
Yeah.
Again, newer player. That's not something.
A newer player is either going to throw you or going to
Yeah,
sweep.
and he
right?
did a full perfect punish. Like that was nice. And to see here's a full combo.
Okay.
Drops it. That's okay. Of course, he's on pad, so his execution is probably going to be... Usually pad players, they suffer from worse execution, but better movement in footsie. So that's kind of usually the trade-off.
Okay.
Think like Axiom, very classically good at footsies, but very classically bad at execution. So.
And actually, Ray Sean, quote unquote, wrote the book on this matchup.
Yeah.
So he's got the extended knowledge. All right, so Spencer right now dealing with that tournament stress in the corner.
Yeah, I like his button placement.
That's what I'm saying.
Very Kong-like on his button placement, hilariously enough. Oh, it looks like he missed one, but he's going to get that. And again, I like that forward movement. Wow, he seems, again, like Ray Sean is a very strong player that likes to use DPs, likes to throw, likes to jab. He likes all these weird, crazy, offense while he's defending situations. But you know what? Spencer just went in there, man, and he just tore him apart.
Should I get Ray Sean's Chun-Li video on YouTube and go and give it to him?
Yeah, like here you go, dude.
I go, hey man, hold on, take a second. Watch this video real fast.
It's from this Macaulay player.
It's got this godlike tech. After air legs, just fucking mash DP. Fuck it.
Wow, dude, perfect punish yet again there by Spencer.
He did it.
He did it.
Good button placement. I mean, this is exactly how you want to try to play as Chun-Li. You annoy your opponent, you poke at him, you kick at him, you get those extra range on those normals.
Oh,
damage, please.
Oh,
those are the combos we're talking about. See,
yeah.
it just needs a little bit more refined.
Just a little bit. Wow, that's it. Cakes game one very convincingly, actually. Considering that Spencer is such a new player.
Follow me on this. So Ray Sean beat Kong in 2 first to fives.
Or first to 3.
No, 2 first to fives.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Spencer just beat Ray Sean.
So that means Spencer's better than Kong.
What does that say about Kong?
He sucks.
You kind of see Kong in the shadows back here.
But you don't know where I am at because see like Kong wrecks me, right?
We don't register on the list.
So yeah,
I don't even think.
I don't even know I'm on that list.
So,
but the thing is, okay. So here's the thing, right? Spencer really seems to specialize in jab and light kick punishes.
Yep.
You know what Balrog hates to go against?
Jab.
Specialize in jab punishes.
Yep. Because Balrog is a safely built character, and a lot of players say, "You're coming in at me. I got to use my big buttons to punish." Not really gonna be the case here. However,
does he know the matchup?
Let's go back to the Scrub Buster comment earlier. Again, I don't think Spencer's a scrub or anything, but it's one of those things of
lesser experienced player. Yeah.
Do you know?
Oh, good punish there though.
Yeah, stand jab, leg, excellent. Punish that, please. Oh, he missed the charge timing.
Yeah,
that's why he went straight up in the air.
Yeah, he was trying to go for the SBK. I was going to get paid for that. Good back fierce there.
He rarely will apply a frame trap pressure, but when it does, it's always smart to me.
Yeah. Okay, it didn't work out. But to be fair, Spencer did lose the first round last time, but he showed a lot of good sensibilities there, and definitely seemed like he knows what he's doing against Balrog, punishing properly. Again, very new player, but also very strong for what I can see.
Yeah, I just there's a lot of potential. I'm really glad he's back. But Rayshawn right now has full control of the corner. He's going to really work hard to
too
keep
far away,
those.
gets the punish.
Really?
Perfect punish.
Find one.
Literally perfect. That is the best punish. Okay, so now Rayshawn needs to get in here on this Chun-Li. Yeah, he gets the pressure.
That's wow.
Wow, perfect. And goes for the
Excellent.
perfect combo afterward. Oh my god, dude.
Overhead?
This is awesome.
Yo, you would get earned right.
Rayshawn with the perfect getting in there. He goes to
trying
grab.
to jump a little bit right now.
Yeah, he needs to get over these Chun-Li buttons. You know, of course, Spencer's been spacing them out really well, but
Wow. Good throw break by Chun. All right.
Oh, here goes
It's going to undo all the damage.
yeah, and then there's Rayshawn getting
Overhead?
paid. Yeah.
Oh, just got. Was that the overhead?
I
It
think
hit him
that's the
standing
punch.
up.
Yeah, I think it was just the punch.
Yeah, I think he just got caught not. Maybe he already had resigned himself to losing. But this is why you come out to weekly tournaments. Spencer is a solid player so far, but this is not the kind of player that Rayshawn would want to lose to at a major.
Yeah.
So, all things considered, when it comes to a tournament, the pressure is still real. Yeah, it's top in the shot. Kansas City, 15-man tournament.
And the thing is
pressure
also,
real.
and also for Spencer, the pressure field too. He just went down a
absolutely.
game against such a strong player like Rayshawn, and now he's going to have to bring it back here for the final game.
Yep.
And that's the thing. It's going to be really hard for him to keep that mental block up. See again, now he kind of dropped that combo, and so again we talk about a little bit of the mental fortitude here of our players.
Gets out of the corner though. And the thing is that, and I'm going to talk to Kong a little bit about this later, but I feel like Spencer's walking himself back to the exact range where Balrog is safe when he comes in. So maybe not quite walk back so far. Excellent block.
Yeah, see, he's
Rayshawn's
seen it.
like, I've seen this
a million times. I know. Troy. Oh, goes to the cross up. That's
Gets
the
it.
air legs.
Ooh, the full
Perfect combo there.
Are we dirty right now? How
He's
dirty
grabbing.
can we get?
Okay, goes for the target combo. So
Just hold it.
there's the overhead. Yep.
Matchup knowledge.
Matchup. Yeah.
Matchup knowledge.
And so now Spencer now down
Yep,
to
RTY.
having Rayshawn on match point.
RTY on match point. Wow, excellent choice button right there with the back or the forward.
See, every time you see him do that instant head stomp, he's trying to do those the instant legs, not quite coming out.
He gets them more times than not though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's gonna be really hard to do on the pad.
Like I really think that the story of this match is that
Good punish.
Spencer gets in, but look, he immediately runs away. Now he's at the range where Balrog can approach safely with any dash punch he
Yeah,
wants.
I think to
and
be fair,
safe.
he tried to do the spinning bird kick, but it wasn't in range. So
I'm not. That target combo from Balrog, we always say it's like -8 or whatever.
it just doesn't feel like it.
Well, it pushes you back.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a button built for it, it can be kind of hard.
Oh, there it is. That's
Reset into reset into reset.
Yeah, he goes for the overhead reset, and then he goes for the throw reset.
No, I really think you hit the nail on the head. Rayshawn went for the stuff where he was like, I don't know if this player is ready. This player is solid, but I don't know if he's ready. You want to jump on the mic, maybe? Yeah, good stuff to Rayshawn. Excellent showing by Mr. Spencer there.
Don't worry.
Joining me on commentary now, Mr. Kong.
I'll get Spencer up to speed. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think he would have a lot to learn from you.
Yeah. He does a lot of good stuff. I like what he has. He has good fundamentals. Well, starting out. Because, do you know how long he's been playing the game?
This is his first Street Fighter game, I think.
First Street Fighter game? All right, yeah.
So we're saying February, maybe?
Yeah, so he's if that's true, he's doing really, really good.
Yeah. I was playing him in casuals earlier, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Ryu. I'm gonna do basic stuff. I got my ass ran over. You turned away. I was playing Ryu. You turned back.
Yeah,
I was back to 10. I was like,
oh, well.
I was like, hell with this. I hate losing all the time. I'm bitter.
You turned blind.
So, yeah, no,
Who's
good player. And the thing is, I hope he just continues to come out week after week after week and keep leveling up and keep getting stuff out of it.
Right, yeah.
And we'll see him back. But right now, we've got Watson Chan and Fire Team coming up. Fire Team, of course, a usual top 3 finisher here at Top of the Shop. Watson Chan was sick last week, but he is a threat in his own right coming up for ranks. I'm going to call another match here really quick. Can I get potato salad and Valteria, please? Potato salad and Valteria. I need Alex and Coach Dick. If you're not already playing, Spencer.
All right, so here we go. So the most important thing, as Daigo said, is for Ryu not to throw fireballs because you don't want to give Nash any V trigger.
Right. Yeah, you're giving resources. You're not getting any back in return.
Yeah.
That being said, I feel like it's okay to throw a fireball if Nash has a fireball on screen.
Right.
To kind of go one for one.
It should be a counter fireball. Even then, because he can always dash and scythe after it and it's punished. So it's iffy.
Yeah, it's definitely a feeling out the other player situation. And Fire Team going to be very content just to kind of play the runaway game at this point.
Ooh, all right.
Nice confirm. It's really hard. I mean, it's hard to approach at this range because now he's out and scythe. The hardest button when it comes to the ground is Fire Team's movement options are very good. The low forward and the walk back side are make this matchup kind of a nightmare because I really feel like, as far as the Shotos are concerned, spend the first 15 seconds or so walking Nash into the corner, and then adjust your situation.
Right.
Oh no, that's a huge drop. Nash has no damage until he gets that crush counter. Look at that, almost 45% gone.
But good thing for Watson is that he's not down that much. Well, now he is.
Yeah.
But Nash didn't have the V trigger, but he went for it.
That's a good idea. Nash is almost in range to do a scythe super for Chip. Oh wow, big jump in right here. Let's see what he can do with it. All right, so slow the game down. Is that gonna be enough?
No, that's.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
One more chance here.
All right, he's in the clear.
This is the discipline I'm talking about. Chill out, get him to the corner.
Yeah.
Like he needed that bar. He needed that bar so bad. And if he just would have like slowed down, push him to the corner a little bit, not be so hot in the collar. And I mean, I'm not saying this like I would have had the perfect answer either, because in that situation, hardest pumping.
That was a very risky bazooka knee because that could have been punished and that could have been the game for Watson.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. Like the patience would have been the best button right there.
Yeah.
Man, that jump light kick, just hitting it only works. So if you're watching at home, like that move never works when I do it. Watson's hitting Nash on the head, not hitting a landing on the fist, landing on the head.
All right, see,
wow, excellent challenge.
He knows the punish too. That's great.
And Fire Team will be the first one to tell you, like, oh, this bazooka knee is a total, like, I'm just seeing if you know.
Yeah.
See that one? Too far out. You land on the fist, you're taking damage. Get any further behind Nash, you're going to get a combo. Patience is so key right here. Finds a throw. Frame trap.
Ooh. All right. So just don't get hit randomly. Yeah.
Just chill.
Oh, okay. All right.
I would just chill. I will let Fire Team walk all the way outside of the level, back to character select, into Kansas. I don't even care. I will let him just chill. So the decision-making tree right now is definitely evolving for both players. They're both kind of taking notes of what's worked and what doesn't. And man, those parry misses, that is free damage. It's just so heartbreaking to see it. They're going to catch it anyways.
And it's a counter hit.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to see Ryu at about 15%. All right, still not out of it. V trigger on deck for Ryu. What's he going to give it?
Ooh, bazooka knee. All right.
That was a smart button by Fire Team because, like, even if
he had
so much life. Yeah, even if.
And he was about ready to get V trigger. So
I want to see how Watson uses his meter here. He's got a full stick.
Right. So Watson now he's actually trying to catch Nash's dash in and forward movement, but it's not really working out too well.
Man,
he's just getting hit on the way in. He's just whipping a lot of buttons in.
Okay, gonna opt for it.
Yeah, he needs to catch up.
V trigger on deck though. Has to be careful with the fireballs. All right, good. Ooh. Not quite has a life. Man, if he just takes out all that damage he was taking on the way in, he has such a huge life lead at this point. Oh, okay. Ooh. A rare moonsault by Fire Team. He's not really known as a Nash player that likes to use a lot of moonsaults, so gonna catch people off guard a little bit seeing it.
Okay. So now Watson's actually, he knows.
Not a bad not a bad showing by Watson. I understand the frustration. Like that's again, I talked about it already. Is just the Nash versus Shoto matchup it's just hard, man.
It's annoying. It's a test of patience more than anything.
I agree.
And just getting picked apart like that, because Nash, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he does a lot of annoying damage.
Yeah.
And one thing that I would like Watson to do is to actually walk back during Nash's block strings, because Nash doesn't have any actual like low conversions that he could actually do.
Right.
So walking back, since he has such ass walk speed, you can actually avoid the throw and see if if he whiffs it, you can actually react to it and get a crouch medium kick Tatsu.
All right, guys, so coming up next to me, myself and Jessarugi. If you guys are following along at home and want to stay in tune with the bracket, exclamation point bracket will take you there, courtesy of challenge.com. Again, thanks to Alamo Draft House for hosting us top of the shop every single Thursday without fail here at Alamo Draft House in Kansas City, Missouri. Some days, Ron's got to go to a wedding or something stupid where I can't play Street Fighter. But other than that, we're mostly here 7 o'clock. Casuals usually start about 5:36ish. So if you're in the Kansas City area, please come check it out. We also have KOF 14 going on, so this is not just a Street Fighter only hookup.
So
other fighting games, come and check it out. So I'm going to actually pass the mic off here to Mr. Cups, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, if you like a game, just bring a setup for it, and we have space for it. All right, we got Mr. Cups.
All right, everybody, what's going on today? We're going to have Jessarugi and Robbie B on stream. You can only assume that this is going to be the Mika versus Ken, but Jesse's been playing around with a couple different characters. I saw him warming up on Dalton the other day.
I think he also plays Jury as well.
Yeah.
We'll see what he busts out today. I'm not sure. Does he have his hitbox on?
Yeah, he's got the amalgamation of buttons and sticks.
Yeah. I could never play on a hitbox.
Nope.
Feels too much like a keyboard.
Dude, I remember though. I was playing. Do you know Zach Palmer? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was when he was playing on Hitbox, and I was very new, but he was playing E-Honda at the time, and he kept walking forward and headbutting me.
Wow. Oh yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He would just like be walking forward, and then I throw out a button, and he would just like whip punish me with it.
That's freaking crazy. Actually, yeah, I never even thought of that.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
That's kind of ridiculous.
You're surprised now, imagine in match.
Yeah.
It's got to happen like 6 or 7 times before you figure out what's going on.
Right, yeah.
Okay, what's going on stream? We got Moxie, and that looks like, Jay Slow. Jay Slow, good luck out there in Phoenix, man. We miss you. Jay Slow is pursuing his professional baseball career.
's professional baseball?
Yeah, he's playing with the AAA team at Phoenix as a pitcher.
Pitcher, all right. Well, good luck out there, dude.
Dude, he was just a couple months ago. He was just a lowly Smash player.
Now he's pitching.
Yeah.
All right, so going to the grid.
Of course, this is the only stage.
Stage is banned.
Why is that?
On Evo.
Grid?
Yeah, the grid is banned.
Why?
Evo and
all the CPT events?
Yeah.
Why is this stage banned?
Because it's too boring.
I don't believe that.
It's too boring. Legit, it's banned.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. It's banned.
Wow, I guess is that why they created the CPT ring? I guess to kind of make an even middle ground.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Robbie playing. Oh, whoops! I got to change.
All right. So yeah. So it is the Mika versus Ken matchup. So a lot of forward movement from Mika, or from Jesse, rather.
Robbie, it's always really interesting to watch Robbie play his Ken because it's just such a different style than what I'm accustomed to. It's just not at all how I think.
Right, yeah. So. You two play very differently, and I think it comes from your backgrounds.
Probably.
Because Robbie trained with J-Spot, who actually, was my training partner in Street Fighter 4, and we actually worked a lot on fundamentals. And then so that's where he came from, that school of thought.
How do I change this?
Did you go to update school code?
Aha!
And then go back?
Yeah. Of course, thank you. Okay, so Robbie takes that one pretty commandingly. He just kind of opened up with a couple fireballs and then took the opportunity with jump in and rode the wave. And I think that's what you got to do with Ken. And see, Jesse would have never missed those crush counter combos with that. I mean, he got decent damage out of it, don't get me wrong, but that's kind of what you see whenever you spread your loyalties with characters a little bit.
And I think also the hitbox, too. I think he's playing the hitbox, right?
Yeah. So there's probably a couple different things that he's trying to get accustomed to.
Yeah, so he definitely loves that the crouch roundhouse.
Yeah, he does. Crouch fierce. Yeah. It's hard to tell what to punish at, and I think kind of, it depends on the
range.
Yeah.
I think it's safe all the time, except for when
It goes like, isn't it like -5 down to -4 or -1 or something like that?
it can get plus. It can be
okay.
+1, and she has a 3-frame trim. So.
Yeah, so that. I mean, I guess it would kind of make sense. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though, that the players are able to judge their distances, because I mean, both players have access to that information, so it's not.
I just think it's a boring stage.
Okay, I got you. Nice DP. Knew that was coming.
All right.
See, it earned that space too with the fireballs. So.
All right, so he's really testing Jesse's ability to do fireballs. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
He's just going crazy.
Yeah, he's just going to continue to go crazy until Jesse gives him a decision. Yeah, a reason not to.
Yeah, so just stay out of the range for the crouch pierce. And you're fine.
There it is. Okay. And see, this is always the thing that I never even think about, except for when I watch Robbie play, because I try to live inside that 2-square range, and he's like, if I don't have to go there, I won't.
Exactly.
Ever. You know what I mean? It's so weird. Okay, so good stuff from Robbie. And he's just really, I mean, this whole sets last like 30 seconds.
He's controlling the space really well.
Yeah, he's asserting dominance, which is important. You know what I mean? He knows that Jesse's playing scared.
Right. Yeah.
He's just constantly throwing out checking buttons, stopping forward progress. He's missed a couple stray hit confirms, but I mean, no big deal. He's just mainly trying to
big deal. You never leave damage on the table. Never leave damage.
Finish your plate, dog.
Exactly. You got that broccoli on there? You gotta finish that shit before you get your desserts.
I remember when I was really young, I used to hate Brussels sprouts, and my mom made me eat them all the time. So one time I ate all the potato out of the potato skin, and then I hid them underneath. Under that, my mom found out. She was really mad.
All right.
Cups tells. See, there's the. Okay, so he's just
chasing it down. Yeah.
Look at. Robbie's kind of making fun of him a little bit. Seems like.
Yeah, I would DP now. Oh,
he's looking for it. There it is. Good crush counter. Robbie.
That's it.
Makes a statement with that play. So good stuff. Jesse, though, still got some time to make some work done.
Yeah, that's just loser's bracket, I believe.
Oh, it is?
No,
that's winners, right?
That's winners.
Yeah. We're still pretty early in the bracket, so thanks for hanging out with us today, guys, at Top of the Shop, 9:15 edition here at the lovely Alamo Draft House in Kansas City, Missouri. I think we say lovely Alamo Draft House every week, but I think I first coined that. So
that was you?
That was me. I'm the lovely guy.
You're the lovely guy. The lovely Alamo was here because of Cups.
That's true.
Sponsor him.
That's true.
Sponsor him.
I think that.
LADH Cups.
Robbie, okay. And then Robbie moves on, and I think that means I gotta play old Jesse Rugi here.
Oh, Jesse Rugi.
Yeah, play him here in a little bit. Give Robbie a little break from running the stream. So Kong, what are your projections for today?
Projections for today?
Yeah.
Me number one.
Okay.
The rest don't matter.
The rest don't even matter. What about Danny Trejo over here? Does he matter?
Dude,
in this ad.
I love him.
Okay, this will be a pretty interesting match next time. Fire Team versus TY.
So currently, right now, I think they're going back and forth really well. It really depends on if something stupid happens and Fire Team doesn't freeze or lock up.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't dwell on it. He says he doesn't dwell on it, but I think
he does.
It's always in the back of your mind. That stupid thing. It worked. Why did it work? How did it work? I'm never.
Fire Team on stream.
I'm never gonna let that happen again. And it's just so frustrating sometimes.
I called this match because I really want to see it. I don't care. I'm gonna tell Robbie to hold that. I want to commentate this. Way to go, buddy. Let's see your potato salad. You are waiting for a bit, my friend.
All right, cool. How
Okay,
many people do we have today?
Looks like we have 1, 2, 4, 6. 15 player.
15
double
players.
elimination.
Not too bad.
Road Rash 3, Return of the Jab Throw.
Oh, hey yo.
How clever. Man, that picture that Robbie had for the event.
Yo, that was so good. I loved it.
Play solid footsies or jump tatsu.
The answer is always jump tatsu.
Yes. I honestly need to jump tatsu more.
It is so good.
It's so good.
At a certain range, some characters can't even contest it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the payoff's not too great. You don't get a combo off of it.
But the payoff, though, man.
Yeah, but the thing is that
they don't want to fucking anti-air anymore.
Yeah. Right, yeah, and you also get, a mix-up afterwards.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But you have to realize that, it is a mix-up. You're not trying to combo anything at first.
Yep, that's true.
All right, so let's see. I really think this depends.
Keys to the matchup here, Colin. Lay them out for us.
The matchup? Well,
yeah, you can either go player or what have you.
I think Fire Team's going to actually take this one.
You think he's looking pretty solid to then?
Yeah, I think RTY, Spencer put a beating on him. And I think Fire Team
kind of exposed some holes in this game right now.
Yeah, and Fire Team, or RTY actually likes to dash a lot, so let's see if... Ooh, that's a wonderful dash.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, he's dashing out of all of that.
He is.
So let's see if...
he's trying to chase down with his dash, too.
Yeah, let's see if RTY can adjust to that.
Yeah, good size, Mo. I'd take that trade all day. So this is a really dangerous position. This is a position that you want to hold Nash at. I think a lot of people get a little too worried about holding Nash in the very, very corner.
Right,
You know what I mean? Just keep him from getting out of the corner, really.
Exactly.
That's what you want to do. You want to hold that kind of 2-square type range, 2-square, 3-square type range.
Right. But, eventually you're going to have to come in.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just going to annoy you.
Yeah. But I think once you get him convinced to not, you know what I mean, that he's not getting out of, that's when you get in there and close the gap on him.
It's a real big guessing game of, throwing his V reversal, not letting him use his V trigger. But sometimes, I would prefer him to use his V reversal because then you don't have to deal with the V trigger.
Yeah, because he can't use the V reversal offensively.
Yeah.
So that's like free damage that you're avoiding pretty much. So that's
all right,
interesting.
yeah, super, you got it.
What was that? Was that the ground pound?
Yeah, that's the ground pound.
Okay.
He jumped over. Super.
Yeah.
That was great awareness by Fire Team. So I really like that.
So, kind of things that you need to take away from that is whenever RTY is representing buttons at a certain range, and Fire Team's kind of got that figured out. So that's why you always got to kind of mix up your ranges and your timings on pushing your buttons, especially your ranged pokes, because that's where it gets really dangerous. Was when people start predicting those and jumping in on you.
And you know what? You can also predict when people backdash too, because that's free time for you to actually dash forward as well in space.
Sure.
So every movement is a chance for you to do something. So always pick up on patterns. When do they backdash? When do they forward dash? And try to find counters for that.
Like you'll see that a lot when Fire Team throws out kind of unsafe looking medium kick sights and then stuffs it with the standing medium punch because he knows you're trying to dash in after it. Because no matter what, it's like -8 or -7 or something like that. So people try to close the gap then. So that's kind of just a universal read that Fire Team kind of has, that people like to dash after the medium kick sight.
Okay, yeah. RTY, he's kind of broken now.
Safe jump here.
He's making some some risk that he really doesn't really need to be, because he's doing a lot of slash preemptively.
Sure. I mean, he got so much mileage off the size modes. Why wouldn't he just continue doing those? He knocked him down 3 or 4 times with those. So,
all right, so
Fire Team's just doing as he pleases right now. Not really looking like himself. Very aggressive looking. It's a very L.I. Joe looking type of Nash.
All right, so, but don't count Nakali out. One hit will actually
Here it comes. I mean, he could get a crouching medium kick right now and end it. Nice.
Ooh,
good stuff from Fire Team.
Yeah.
That's always such a safe frame trap. You can't walk forward, you can't walk backwards, you can't.
Honestly, if you can't react to the overhead, that's a 50-50 right there. He could either overhead or he could have gone low, and he went low that time.
Round 1.
Okay, so adjustments that RTY needs to make. I think he needs to be committed to just simply walking forward more instead of just only moving around by dashing.
And the thing is that he's just allowing Nash to dash in and dash out, but he's not, he's not taking that advantage, for him to actually gain his space as well, because you saw from there, he sat there for about 3 seconds before he actually made a move.
The thing about Nash is, though, although he's doing a lot of dashing around and stuff like that, he's not ever really going to get too much mileage off of kind of just stray hits, because anything that hurts really bad is going to be directly in your face. So as long as you don't let him dash in your face, directly up in your space, then he's not really too much of a danger to. So it's a lot of it's kind of smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's just trying to get you, get frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of just like that.
Yeah.
Just kind of be like a little mosquito.
Yeah.
All right. So. Ooh,
okay.
Right.
Oh man, he had the backdash read. He wanted the crush counter, I think, but just didn't have the timing down right. Good spacing on RTY's part. That's what we're talking about right there. He let
dash forward.
Yeah, he let him whiff. 3 or 4 buttons in a row.
And he saw that chance and he went for it. So
good
that was a good read by RTY. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Okay. Good neutral jump. Fire Team very good at using all of Nash's entire, anti buttons.
Yeah, anti buttons. Nash has a lot.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing I noticed about this game in particular is that in Street Fighter 4 in particular, every character kind of had that one anti-air button or one anti-air command.
Not Chun-Li. She had like 5,000. It's
right.
It's reversed in this game. Chun-Li now has only one.
Yeah. Maybe two if you're crazy. But in this game, like characters like Nash and Akali and Ryu and stuff like that, they have several anti-air buttons, and you kind of use them each for different situations.
Right. All right. So I think RTY now, he's looking just to hit that super. Oh,
yeah,
that's good block. But
if I'm Fire Team, I'm really looking for lows. He's going just crazy, which I really like. That's very not like him. He's
the punish for the. Oh, he got it.
That's it.
Oh no!
Wanted to save meter.
Super.
Wanted to save meter for some reason. That's it.
That's it.
Man, he's gonna really regret that, I think.
Yeah.
So now we're sitting on just a little bit of a bar lead here.
But Nash gains it so fast that
it's true. It's not even.
It's not.
It's really not.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right. Yeah. See, he's now
free meter. Look at that meter. Nice jump back. That was nice. That OS.
There you go.
He likes the fierce off of this. Yeah. Okay, went for the standing light kick. Wow.
Ooh, okay, that
was a misinput. Yeah.
He's not confirming his hits, but he got lucky for it.
Nice. Puts him right back in the corner. Good standing reset. That's so dangerous in this game. That's something Fire Team and I always discuss is the dangers of the standing reset in this game.
All right, so RTY doesn't know how to punish the overhead, which I think the stand jab did.
That's it right there.
That's it.
Fire Team really sends a good message, but we did see some great signs of life out of RTY in that one. He just never really got to ride the momentum train as much as he wanted to. I mean, he's a very momentum-based player. Fire Team a bit more calm, cool, collected. Does have his moments where he shines up for sure.
Right. Yep.
Good stuff though. This RTY still got plenty of time to do some work. He looks a little frustrated about it, but no biggie.
He just bit his core.
He's gonna go home and make a tight ass video about it. Put it on Reddit.
Yep. Tips and tricks on how to deal with Nash.
That's just kind of the indicator of his personality and as a player. You know what I mean? Goes home, does the homework, and I think he's, I don't know what everybody else's training is like, but I certainly think that he's one of the hardest working guys in the scene.
Right. And we knock on him for making that video, but it actually is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is informative, and the intentions are good.
Yep.
And so
I sent him a lot of praise. Actually, I was like, it's a quick bite-sized meal. You know what I mean?
Yes. And, there's a lot of information out there about the matchup anyways, and Is it me and Robbie?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way.
Kong and Robbie B on stream! Kong and Robbie B on stream!
Good luck, Kong. Thanks for joining us on commentary. Potato salad, you got a little bit of time, my friend. And joining me on the mic now is Watson. What's up, Watson?
What's up, guys? What's up, Cubs?
Nothing much, man. Been a while since we've been on the mic together.
Yeah, dude.
And now we're gonna have. I saw a pretty good match with Fire Team and RTY, man.
Yeah.
Usually those two go back and forth a little bit stronger than that, but
yeah. I think classically Fire Team has like a slight edge over him, but
maybe like a 1 out of 4 type of thing.
Yeah.
That Rayshawn will win. Kong. What was the end? I'm not putting him in this broiled chicken or what the hell he entered today.
Broiled chicken.
It's really like what he entered was broiled chicken.
That's kind of funny.
Okay, we can only assume that this is going to be the Chun, Ken. Both of these guys are pretty diehard. But because they're mains.
Yeah.
Kong said that he does play around with other characters, but Chun's the one, man. Chun's the fun. Winners round 2, this should be winners round 3.
That's how I am in this game too. Like usually I have trouble sticking to a character in games, but like everyone other than Ryu is just so boring.
It doesn't feel fresh to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, it's just me because I'm a dummy, but like, it's something like kind of stubborn about me. Like I failed if I can't make that character work.
Right.
So I mean, I go into a lot of planning of which character I'm going to play whenever a game first comes out. You know what I mean?
Right.
And kind of experiment. But once I've kind of selected it, that's all I do. Because I always wonder if I lose a really close match or something like that. I'm like, man, last week I was messing around with Balrog. Like I wonder if I had put in just that extra little time if I would have won that close match. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right. See, I've always been a big proponent of like counterpicking.
Yeah. I mean, if that's your thing, it's fine.
But I'm all about doing what it takes to win.
Yep, absolutely. So just seeing a little bit of jockey position. Good stuff from Robbie. That's just classic fireball play there.
Right. Ooh.
the thing about Kong is you just really cannot let him get comfortable walking forward at you.
Sure.
That's when the game's over. I like Robbie dashing away, kind of forcing that space to be created.
Yeah. Robbie has, I think Robbie and Chad have like the best jump reads on fireballs.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
so far it's 2 fireballs and then he's offensively jumping in.
yeah.
If I throw 2 fireballs, I'm looking for them to jump in typically, but Robbie's got the Yomi on that for sure. I like this kind of keep away style that he's doing. He's not trying to slug it out with Kong in an area that's
That is
not good.
punishable though.
Yeah, it's -5, so.
Very tricky to punish still though.
Yeah, Chun has a lot of quick and a lot of good buttons, but nothing really at that range that she can confirm off of, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know if that was a missed input or not, or maybe if he was trying to read another fireball.
Yeah, I think it was a hard read.
Okay, anything will do. Yeah, good stuff from Kong, but we saw a lot of good mobility and a lot of good creativity out of Robbie. He doesn't want to stand and fight in Chun's wheelhouse, which I like that a lot. When we were playing casuals earlier, I was willing to fight Chun in that area, and I paid for it dearly.
Yeah. It's so rough. I feel like against Ken, she just like wins at every range.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but you can certainly do it. She doesn't win up close, I don't think. Like if she doesn't win when Ken's got the momentum and he's up in your face, that's all that matters.
Right. when she's on the ground.
Yeah. So good string there. I like him ending the fireball because earlier he did a couple buttons. Nice.
I love that wake up
Very
Tatsu.
nice. Very smart stuff.
I feel like that's very underutilized by Ken players. His only relatively safe 3-frame option.
Yeah, and it has priority over over normal buttons as well. So
yeah,
people try to meaty you or what have you, or try to frame trap you. But anyway, Robbie was earlier. He was doing a couple crouching medium punches into run cancels, and I liked him to start to end those strings with fireballs now to get Kong looking for fireballs instead of the run again.
Sure.
Say what we want about Robbie's play though. Kong's up 1-0.
Yeah, the biggest deterrent to that though, when Chun has meter, she can actually punish Shoto fireball on block with EX legs.
Yep, sure.
But it's not a ton of damage. She mainly just gains positioning and the setup off of it, which is arguably just as good.
Yeah, as long as he's not making a habit out of it, that's good.
Yeah.
Round 1.
Because more so in this game, there are things that are on paper are unsafe, like all of Ken's runs and everything like that. But then you see players like Eita who's just constantly running at people, the best players in the world. So it's you can tell that there's a lot of conditioning about it as well.
Eita is like, I love watching him play because he's so like...
He's a psychopath.
Yeah, he is. I feel he has to be like one of the most frustrating people in the world to play with.
This guy's such a scrub.
Because he just plays like a maniac, and then as soon as you jump, he just DPs you immediately.
Yep, and then it's his turn again.
Yeah.
Okay, was expecting the SBK, I think, on that one. Okay, and now Kong's doing his Kong thing, man. Look at that. He's trying to stuff all medium buttons coming out. Trying to deter
nice
fireballs as well.
Unfortunately, not able to convert.
Nice,
Okay,
super low. Oh, it doesn't get the run cancel though. He could have got the mix-up off that.
Yeah.
That should be it. Okay. Again, Robbie though, all of these rounds have been one misread or one, hit confirm or something like that into winning. So,
what a whiff punish.
I don't know the whiff punish. He was just doing it. Robbie doesn't believe that at all.
Yeah, I think he was just doing it.
Robbie didn't believe that at
I
all.
want to believe it's a whiff punish. But
Regardless, it was a whiff punish. Right?
Yeah.
And you always got to give the player the credit, right?
yeah.
So, good meaty pressure here.
Nice
and
back
Robbie
throw.
puts it back in the corner. There's that 3-frame trap, crouching medium punch to back medium punch.
Yeah, and Robbie fully stocked right now, and Ken, huge damage potential with meter.
Sure. Especially in the corner.
Ooh, and here we go. Ooh, I
Just goes for it.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him do EX Tatsu, honestly, because Ken's super is compared compared to like how high his damage output in general is. His super is actually relatively low damage.
I don't think the entire time I've been playing this game, I don't think I've done super more than a couple times. Yeah.
Wow, he could have killed if he activated. Oh, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah. So every round though, every round was, one standing roundhouse away pretty much from winning that one. But good composure on Kong's part.
Sure.
Assertive play as always. I think assertive is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah, definitely.
Forces will on you. It's suffocating.
Right.
You can't walk forward because you're pushing buttons, and when you walk backwards, you're in the corner, and then you can't get out, and you're dead. So great stuff from Kong, but Robbie also showing that he's put some work into the matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
Some thought, you know what I mean? Okay, let's go ahead and get the next match ready. Spencer versus Tomahawk Engine! Are they playing? Yeah, they're playing. Spencer won. Did you win, Spencer? Okay.
Oh, I got it 2-0 over Dick.
Let me catch up the bracket real fast, guys. Watson over Dick. Potato salad and Valteria! Oh, you did? Alright, you got that one. Jesserugi and Cups!
What's up, John? You trying to commentate? Okay.
Cups thinks I'm an idiot.
Man, I don't know.
Alright, I'm on.
I feel like Cups thinks everyone's an idiot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I have Jeremy Yan right next to me. Hi, Jeremy Yan. How's it going? Pretty good. I hear you've been traveling a lot. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. What the heck? Vacation from your vacation?
Jesserugi and Cups.
Who's on the stream? Yeah.
Oh, they're playing off
playing
stream. Okay, well then we can get me versus Spencer.
All right. All right, so we have the classic Ryu versus Chun-Li matchup. Let's see what's going on.
Thanks to Watson Chan holding down on commentary. You guys are watching Top in the Shot.
You almost had me there, Robbie. I saw that overhead coming, and then I was like, he's too out of range for me to punish, but he'll never expect an overhead.
I blocked it though. The one that counted, I blocked it, and then I just didn't do anything afterwards. You're talking about your overhead or my overhead that I went for? I should have overheaded you in game 1 when I had you in the corner after the 2 throws. I should have just did a slight walk back and did back medium kick.
Right.
Would have worked, and I just, man, I lost it. We were just talking about how important it is. One of the things you guys can learn at a local tournament that you absolutely cannot replicate sitting at home grinding LP is tournament nerves. And I've been doing this specific tournament for almost 5 years. Every single week playing in a bracketed local tournament, be it against a bunch of high school kids or whatever. But the tournament nerves are always a factor, and they're always something that you, as the human body, you condition yourself to break through the other side. And you are not getting that. So anyway, we were just having conversation on that, and I definitely felt like this is my brain, right? When I'm fighting against Kong, it's a steel trap. It's tight, things make sense, but then towards the end, it was like pulled apart, and then I didn't get, and then it kind of unraveled apart, and I was like, oh man, I had it. It was just the one round. That was the thing I was most stuck on. So
yeah, but you know that was really close, and I liked a lot what you did, and it was really good.
I'm still getting back medium punch counter hit and just not doing anything with it.
Yeah, the thing is that I think it's hard to hit confirm that. The thing that you have to do, and a lot of Ken players do, is instead, when you have a bar, sometimes it's worth it to just go
Fireball?
for it. Yeah, EX Fireball or hit confirm it. I've actually started exploring that actually. So like Chun-Li can actually get crouch fierce punch into EX Fireball. And then she gets crouch jab, stand medium punch, crouch medium kick into spinning bird kick.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So that's safe, and it's also I think +1 on block. So what I've been messing around with, is doing the unmoving shimmy, and then just letting it rip.
That.
Yeah, because then I get a mix up afterwards if it hits,
sure,
or if it doesn't hit, if it's blocked, or I can go straight into a combo right afterwards.
All right. Well, talking about follow-ups right now, Watson Chan, Spencer in the corner. Watson has played against both kind of the newer players here with Spencer and Chris this week, and then runs into the fire team Chris. So it's been kind of Watson's been kind of a good measuring stick for some of these newer guys who've been coming out, and I don't think Spencer is any slouch.
Right. The thing is that he has some bad habits. So one of the bad habits I see is that, so this is kind of, for the audience, is that he's using EX Fireball.
Yep.
And he's using it to gain pressure. But it's not really pressure if all he does afterwards is the same thing. So he's doing EX Fireball, and then he's dashing, and then he's always going crouch short or crouch jab, and nothing afterwards. He's not switching it up,
Yeah.
You can actually get a shimmy off of it once you start getting people scared to press buttons.
Sure.
Or you can bet the farm and go forward roundhouse as well. So if you're gonna spend bar like that, you have to make it worth it. You have to make sure that is this EX bar worth the comeback factor or the damage burst from my super?
And it's interesting, that mode of thinking compared to how when the game first came out, it was so easy to build bar.
Yeah.
Everybody's just throwing bar around,
Right.
doing supers for whatever. So yeah, I mean I kind of see him as like this bar of, like this unmolded bar of gold that we just got from playing Skyrim.
Yeah.
And we need to find a mold, right? Like we like, oh, this is premium gold right here.
Right.
But we need to refine it a little bit. We need to smelt it, get rid of the impurities.
Right, yeah. And then so like one thing also is that he's spending a bar. So for me, I'll let you on a secret. I always like to have one bar because then I can threaten with EX spinning bird.
Right.
More times than not, some people, they will back off if I have one bar because they're scared.
Yeah.
But he's always spending it on, well, there he is now, but he's always spending it on EX Kikoken, and it's not really doing him well.
Right. All right, activation. What's he gonna do with it? I see. Oh, he's taking a page out of your book.
Yeah. That's the one thing. Like, if people can't block that overhead, why not use it?
Oh, hey, you're talking about the guy who I think I have probably more top in the shop round one with an overhead. You're gotta be up there too, because that first month you were just like, it'd be like, is V trigger on? Watch your head, man. Get a hard hat on because that Chun-Li overhead is coming in hot. Now, would you rather have that overhead or Hazunshin from Street Fighter 4? I would rather have Hazunshin, just because you could block string, cancel into it, catch and hold him down back.
Yeah, actually, I would like to have Hazanshu as well.
Also, just react to fireballs and blow people up.
Exactly. Yeah, if she had Hazanshu, undoubtedly #1 character, because her biggest weakness right now is people who stand right outside of her pokes. Her fireball is good, but sometimes she can't win the fireball war. Because if people come into this 2-square range, right, where she's good at, the 2.5 square range I think is her biggest weakness. If people can contest her there, which some characters can, like Karen can,
Cammy.
Cammy can definitely, because that's the dead spot where she doesn't have a low move, so you can just kind of block and not worry about anything. She also doesn't have. And then her fireball, it's easily jumpable, and if you just take a jump.
Right. Oh man, the anti-air jab getting blown up right there.
All right, so
Watson looking for chip right here off of the super probably. I would just. Oh man.
All right, yeah, he just walked right into it.
Oh man, Spencer looking back here like I just got away with murder on that.
But you just gotta take it. Don't even worry about it. You won.
Yep. I just realized my MooBot is all messed up. It's top in the shop 9116 and the bracket reads August 8th, August 15th.
So actually so matchup knowledge, that fireball was actually punishable.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things where I know that Watson is probably thinking to himself like, I'm just getting hit by quote-unquote random buttons right now, but I think Spencer's really playing the ranges pretty well. He's doing a really good job at keeping the forward movement, and Watson, he's a little bit too far out of range right there. He didn't want to bank on it. Probably could have got Tatsu, I think, after the stand light hit. Sometimes you get kind of in the autopilot mode where you always want to go DP, and this, man, Watson reminds me of myself playing Street Fighter 4 towards the end so bad, where you had somebody in the corner and you always go for the cross-up. You think to yourself, this guy doesn't know how to stop my jump-ins, I need to keep doing it. And unfortunately, it undoes a lot of the work you do when you let him out of the corner. Oh, the free count. Oh, and that was probably a DP, but...
I actually think that was a parry, actually. He probably tried to parry that. I saw a hand go in. Good job, Cubs.
Man, Justin Rudy had to go through kind of a Ken gauntlet right there.
Yeah. So, jumping in the corner, actually, I think, it's a mix-up in itself.
Potato salad versus cups, please, on open setup.
Because, when you jump in the corner, a lot of the times what I think and what a lot of people try to do is try to throw you back in the corner. So you can actually take advantage of that and, you know, go for a big, giant, like, meaty frame trap, you know, try to go for a crush counter. Or, you know, what Daigo does is the Tatsu. So I've been exploring some of that, too. You know, kind of cross up in the corner and then actually V-skill out.
I saw you try it on me. I think I got it with a jab or something random, but I did see that in the corner. And does it smell like gas over here?
Yeah, it does actually.
Are we gonna blow up in a second?
I think that's actually from the kitchen.
I'm not gonna. I can't do a Shoryuken over in this corner, or
Yeah,
else it could potentially kill all of them. It really hits really heavy. I hope we're not sitting on a bomb right now.
Oh,
That'd be a hell of a way to end the stream, guys. Just sorry, it just goes to black, and Kong really did become broiled chicken.
Yeah. Wow, so that actually was a really good punish. He did crouch medium kick into.
That's his go-to punish for everything, though. So I'm kind of skeptic if that's actually something he knows or that's just his go-to combo.
Yeah, but the thing is he's actually reacting to it. So you know, when you're first starting out, it's okay to punish with, you know, non-optimal combos, just as long as you're punishing.
Right.
So, you're actually knowing, like, you know, I can punish this.
Right.
And then after that, you know, you can start exploring, like, okay, so this is what I need to punish with, and then, but you know, you already have half the battle with done. You know.
Right.
Punch.
Right. Yeah. As long as you're not sweeping and throwing as your punish on week, you know, 45. I think you're in you got the right mindset. The whole reason I ever picked up Ken in Street Fighter 4 was because I could do target combo DP and it hit 5 times, and I was like, wow, I can do combos. So Watson has jumped in enough times with that stand light kick now, kind of maybe putting Spencer on edge a little bit. Excellent block, but doesn't get the follow up.
Yeah, he's just so he has no bar. All right, so he's just testing his reactions, and you know he doesn't have it.
Oh, okay, we got more.
Yeah, he actually did like lights.
Come on, Watson. Come on, Watson.
Right,
Get bird kick.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's the tech. Oh, he didn't do it though. Watch out for bird kick. Oh, wake up jab. So the tech is the XKS Samurai tech. Crush counter sweep, dash, 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 dash. 3 dashes, stand light kick, stand roundhouse. It hits meaty on the second active frame, and you can get solar plexus after the stand roundhouse. How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
That's a lot of damage. That's like 411 meterless damage.
Wow.
Goes for the crush counter. I don't really know if Ryu can get much else as far as like meaningful damage. Oh no, panic mode right now. Spencer.
Oh, okay. So
if he would have had 2 crush counter combos, he would have stunned Watson.
That's one thing, keep in mind. All right.
Looking for trigger activation right here. Watch for the slide. Looking for a range, finds a jump in, no anti-air. Trying to beat you, trying to keep him out. I like Watson's choice on that. Not really sure about rushing.
Oh, okay.
Not really sure about rushing right back in after it though.
All right. So, okay.
Wow, that's going to be it. So Spencer going to take it.
You know, if you can't block it, you can't block it. 8 frames of lag, right?
8 frames of lag, indeed. All right, so Spencer's going to move on. Cups and potato salad, I believe, are playing right now. So
yeah, they're playing right now.
All right, Spencer, stay on. All right, so it's going to be myself and Spencer coming up next again. Thanks to Kong hanging out here on Mic with us tonight, and thank you very much for watching at home. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be with us right here at Alamo Draft House in the heart of Kansas City on the edge of Power and Light District. Check out Alamo Draft House on Twitter at AlamoKC. Also on Facebook, Alamo Draft House Kansas City. If you want to be involved in Kansas City fighting games, KCSRK is the place to go. So check out Facebook/KCSRK. You'll be up to date on all things hookups going on in the city, tournaments that are hosting the region, and of course I'm talking about Max Up. Max Out is coming up September 24th. Also right here at Alamo Draft House, hosting players from all over Nebraska, Iowa, St. Louis, Kansas City rivalry, Kansas, Arkansas, the list goes on. Very Midwest-oriented tournament. You can check that out on twitch.tv/KCSRK. All right, well, enough out of me. I got to go play now. Hopefully somebody else comes over here and helps you out.
All right, maybe I'll man this myself.
Somebody on commentary, maybe?
We got Fire Team. Fire Team.
What's up, dude?
What up?
I suck this game.
What are you talking about? You just dismantled Rayshawn.
Nah, I didn't. I'm trying. My goal every time I come here is just to learn 1 or 2 new things.
New things, yeah.
And then just bring it and show you, like, Kong, I'm getting better, but it doesn't matter. Like, that's how I always feel.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kong, here are the 2 things I learned this week. I learned a new setup off of roundhouse Sonic Sight that also covers the option of back roll, which you always like to do. Because my old setup didn't account for that, so I have a new setup that accounts for it. So we're good on that.
Yeah.
But then also, I'm bringing a new play style. I kind of, I rolled it out last week on a soft release, but this week it's a hard release.
Yeah.
We're trying out the whole run away like a total idiot.
Now we got to see if there's any defects or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's probably quite a bit of launch bugs. Not quite up to standards. But like we at least got it on market. We're gonna try it out. And I played against True King and this week on his Nikali, and that's where I tried it like as I guess like the full-fledged one. It was pretty crazy. Just I guess I tried on Robbie, but that's just because the Ken matchup sucks for Nash. not as in it's great for Nash, but it's just like Keith, Seth, and Street Fighter 4. Yeah. Very similar. It's like, yes, this is a 7-3 matchup, but if I screw up, I'm dead. I am literally dead.
That's the one thing about like characters who do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And they have that set play.
Yeah.
Is that that 7-3 on paper? It's great. You have answers to everything. But the thing is that not every player plays perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody can play perfect every time.
Yeah. And that's the thing about that's the reason why Viper I think also was really good. It's kind of the same thing where it's like I think on paper she loses like every matchup.
Right.
Honestly, but like you have to account like mix-ups and high damage and good stuff like that. Yeah.
You face fierce.
Yeah, it's so much. Yeah, exactly. It's
That's
like
2 fierces
in a row, and then you do your special.
Exactly.
That goes into another special.
Exactly.
Like wow.
Those 2 fierces, didn't get scaled at all.
Yeah, like because like in Street Fighter 4, the scaling system was 100, 180, 70. So it's like you got 200% fierces. Oh, good combo there by Robbie V. That was sick.
Okay, so enough about Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5
is here.
Spencer versus Robbie V. Okay, so Robbie V, coming out from a very close match with me, Chun-Li. And, he has experience. I don't think Spencer has the experience that Robbie does in this matchup.
Oh, yeah.
So, as I said before, I would like, that right there. I wouldn't like to see so much EX Fireball because then he doesn't have the meter, to threaten with EX Spinning Bird.
Yeah.
And he's not getting the damage or the mix-up out of it. So I don't think it's worth it right
plus,
now.
especially like with the fire, like actually with your regular Kikoken, you actually get quite a bit of good pressure off, and not as much obviously as the EX, but so you're not spinning a bar.
Yeah. So the difference between EX Fireball and the regular Kikoken is that with the regular Kikoken, you have to train them not to jump right after the block string.
Sure.
So they can jump off after the block string. The EX Kikoken they can't.
Okay. That's fair, and especially since Chun-Li definitely a proponent of some of the dirtiest, after anti-air mix-ups. Just because I figured it out, I went to round 1 and I'm like, why can he do this? And the reason why is because you hit him so high. Yeah. That's the reason I'm like, wow, how does this work? Like, well, how is he able to do the stance switch thing? I'm like, oh yeah, you literally go behind him and then you literally walk in front of him. Like it's because you have so much time, and no other character has that much time.
Right.
And so again, I guess it's just like one of the things where it's like dirty mix-ups. You train him with the stand light kick, whatever, and then they're like, okay, I'm not going to jump ever again. And then you're like, okay, here's some free pressure, dog.
Yeah. Then Kikoken, and then you build that white life.
Oh yeah.
And that's the one thing that I've been really working on my gameplay too, is that white life. Just being pressured, making people stand and just blocking things, and then they're scared. They don't want to get poked because 2 stand fierces blocked is 30 white life chip damage.
Sure.
The next one is 130 damage. That is amazing for a poke. That's crazy.
And in this game, like in Street Fighter 4, they'll be like, it's okay, whatever. But in this game, it's like, wow, dude, pokes do no damage, and that just did 130.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, did you hit me with a full combo or what? Like, what's going on here?
That's a B&B right there.
Yeah, that's a B&B. Like, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Wow, okay.
Just do it. Oh my god, the Robbie V special not connecting.
Alright, so...
Oh, he drops the combo after V, or unless it was not in V-trigger.
Yeah, no V-trigger, yeah.
I saw blue on the screen, so I didn't know if it was
yeah, so...
her hands or the fireball.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that crouch medium.
Oh my god.
Double KO.
The double KO. The 4 V punch trading with the fireball. Gonna give the double V, put the double KO on the board. Goes for no mix-up. I like to see him go for mix-ups there. He seems to be pretty passive when it comes to those mix-ups.
I think he's actually trying to bait out a throw, actually.
Oh, yeah, doing the walk back and then letting... Yeah, Robbie V not very... It looks like he's not really teching too much. Again, I don't think, to be fair, Spencer's really represented throw too much.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's not something that he should really be going for. Yeah, but, he's a relatively new player. And
he looks really strong, considering how new he is, honestly.
Yeah.
He seems very intuitive. Like, I made the example, like, against Ray Sean, like he crossed underneath him as he DP'd, and he knew he couldn't get a full crush counter combo like normal, but he still had a punish available. Like he still made a punish on the spot, like a long time player would. He was like, oh snap, didn't get the regular combo, but I had this back burner combo right here ready to go. It's like, wow, dude, it's really strong.
All right, potato salad.
Potato salad winning over Cups. Was it 2-0? Okay. So we're going to have Potato Salad up against RTY next. Robbie going up 2-0 over
25-0.
Spencer. 25-0.
25-0.
You versus Rayshawn on stream.
Can I get Potato Salad versus RTY on stream?
All right, so RTY on record hating Laura.
Hates Laura so...
Hates Laura.
Dude, to be completely honest, dude, I hate Laura too. But it's not because I think she's good, or like, okay, I think she's good. I mean, I think that's unfair to say really any character in this game is not good except for like the select few we all know that are not good. But I think that it's just so, like, again, as we talked about earlier, when you talk about a character like Nash that has low damage output and very much relies on long, like, again, most of my rounds that I win are like 70 seconds long.
Yeah. It's a battle of attrition.
Yeah,
with Nash.
and then Laura's like 2 mix-ups dead, and I'm like, I worked 70 seconds for this, man. Just leave me alone. You know how much I outplayed you, right? I mean, to be fair, it's a lot easier to outplay you in the neutral as Nash because that's the whole point of the character.
Exactly. But just two wrong guesses.
Yeah, and that's
dead.
the round. Like, that's the thing. It's like it just annoys me. Because, like, as Seth even, like, people are like, dude, Seth's really broken. Well, the thing is, you had to make, like, 4 guesses in a row as Seth.
Yeah.
Like, not, okay, AE Seth, to be fair, had some insane stun output. But if we talk about Ultra Seth, dude, he had to do, like, 6 mix-ups in a row. And, I mean, if he hit you with all 6, yeah, you're dead. But, I mean, you kind of deserve to die at that point. Honestly, it's not 6. I think it was, on average, 4.
Yeah.
On average. If you get 2 full combos and 2 SPDs, it would kill.
Right.
Or it would stun, and then you'd be able to kill a combo off of it. But, like, but it's not like Laura, where it's literally like, oh yeah, you messed up. Here we go. Crush counter combo into reset.
Yeah. Here's a reset. Here's an overhead. Oh, my fireball is just so slow, but it's gonna combo.
It's gonna combo. Don't worry, it's always here. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Laura is definitely a hard character to play. She's and the thing is, on that same token, as the Laura player against Nash, like, wow, I have to sit here and just duke it out for 70 seconds, knowing that I have to lose and lose and lose and lose, and all of a sudden I got my opportunity, man. Like, I can go in.
But then if he gets out of that opportunity, it's so demoralizing because that was your chance.
That was your chance, and then Nash reverses out or he jumps out or whatever.
Then you have to do it all over again, and the time is ticking.
See, that's the thing. I put the respect on the Laura player, but that doesn't mean I still don't hate it. That doesn't take away the total. The
disdain for this character.
That doesn't.
I actually don't hate her.
Oh yeah, I mean, what do you know?
Yeah.
What do you know? Kong just loves every matchup. Yeah. He's like, Nash is easy, Laura's easy, Ryu's easy. Yeah. There's literally no.
The only matchup I hate is Cammy. Cammy.
Yeah, I guess she is right down against.
Yeah, it's a hard. I think it's Chun's hardest matchup.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, but
I'm not even that good at Chun, but it makes sense on paper at least.
But enough about this. So let's see. So RTY with his
Potato Salad's been challenging that stomp twice now, so I guess RTY is gonna have to go to that the lower strength stomp if he wants to continue using those because he's been putting that poke in between and really stopping him getting anything off of it. But Rayshawn is gonna get a ton of damage.
They actually know that a heavy stomp is actually
0. Yeah,
0. But he spaces it well.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, you could put a poke in between it, but then it's like, okay, now you're putting a poke between it, now I'll just do the light one and stomp you over and over again. It's like, okay.
But that one's -4.
Yeah, it is -4, but as you said, if he spaces it well, then, who cares about -4? Oh, here we go. Stand roundhouse. He goes for just the standing reset, just going for corner carry.
Yeah. I think if Potato Salad played a lot dirtier, he'd be a lot more successful.
I agree. Laura definitely is a dirty character. You gotta play her dirty. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he was expecting Potato Salad didn't quick rise or back roll at all. He just stayed there. Ooh, that was good.
Oh, wow. Out of range for that lightning stomp. There's that stand jab.
Yeah.
And there's the DP.
All right. I want to ultra.
Oh, I like that. I like that option. Oh, you saying super with Laura?
Super. Yeah, super with Laura.
I agree. Man, that's the thing though. That's a good option by Rayshawn. He went for the obvious thing first, because when you first get up, like if you hit through the DP, then you're like mashing get up, and then it's like the obvious option will probably work on you. But then he went the second time around for like the least obvious option, like stand jab. He's trying to go for like a command grab, or something like that.
Go for a tick. Make you stand there.
Make you think about it.
Because Laura doesn't have really good anything.
Yeah. No, yeah.
But she did have super then, and that would
definitely would have done some damage, as well as be invincible. Yeah, and invincible, which is you know something that she doesn't have a whole lot of. Oh wow, good hard read there.
All right, this is it. Right. Oh, he misses the combo.
I think he wanted the EX, but he didn't quite get it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Again, kind of speculating as a non-Laura player.
So this video can serve as a tips and tricks. Stand roundhouse close range is -3
For Laura?
for Nakali.
I thought it was I thought it was -4.
-4. Yeah, yeah.
It's -4 because I can punish it.
Yeah, it's
I can
-4.
punish it.
Laura's, I think, is
-4.
too.
Yeah. Both stand roundhouses on these two characters, both -4.
So if they space it, you know.
Yeah, if they space it correctly at all, it's not going to be punishable. But if they do space it incorrectly, you do have the opportunity to go ahead and go for that combo.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that combo. It's not going to reach, but make sure that Potato Salad stays clean on his wake-up options.
So Potato Salad now is actually fearing the DP because Rayshawn DP'd so much now. And, you know, sometimes it's good to represent that early on. You know, sometimes I'll just throw it out, you know, just be like, hey, I have this. Let me just remind you. You know, and sometimes, you know, it's good to lose them. Good to lose a match sometimes. You know, just to be like, you know, I'm freaking crazy.
I'm crazy.
I'm crazy.
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
That's it.
Here we go.
Okay, so he's going to do it. Here we go. Heavy fireball, light shoulder, heavy feet. Oh, okay, he actually goes for the extended combo.
Yeah, doesn't even matter. All right, so that's 1-1. Very quickly, yeah.
Yeah, very quickly. That's what we talked about again earlier, where it's like Laura just sometimes wins rounds.
Yeah, what happened?
Like sometimes Laura just wins rounds, you know? Like, I mean, it happened with Akuma too. That's what I liked about Akuma. Like sometimes, like the Vortex.
Yeah.
I flipped heads like 6 times in a row, dog. Like you lost. Yeah. And like it's not your fault.
Yeah, it's just.
It's not your fault, but you know, you just guessed wrong, bro. Like I don't know. Sorry, bro. Like sometimes it just happens. Yeah. And same thing with the Kali. He has a result like, oh man, I hit you with 3 command grabs in a row. Sorry, dude. You just.
Yeah.
Flip
you know, I think the adjustment that Potato Salad is making right now is that he knows that Rayshawn likes to walk back.
Yeah, so he's going to do that crouch medium kick.
Crouch medium kick into elbow.
Yeah, that's something I have a trouble with against a lot of people like that. Again, like Nash doesn't get a whole lot of conversion off of that crouch medium kick. I mean, I could sure, you know, do some 60 damage or whatever, but like Laura, you talk about conversion, she has some of the best conversions there. She does the shoulder, and then what happens? She's up close. And we are very scared of Laura up close.
And it's a +2 situation.
In which we've been seeing a lot of stand jab resets out of that.
Yeah. All right. Wow, so that was a wonderful setup right there.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you saw Rayshawn just standing still in the neutral.
Yeah.
Potato Salad's like, yo, bro.
He actually whipped a stand roundhouse, and then he dashed up, and he's like, okay, so you know, whiffing a button, you normally don't press a button afterwards, so he just went up, EX command grab.
Yeah, and he did that from like across the screen, honestly.
Okay, so
so that's a lot of damage. Yeah. He's expecting the command grab, but
all right, so I think this.
Oh, that's it.
This round's
done. Yep, that's it. Wow. So the thing is, like, we had a very convincing round for Potato Salad.
Yeah.
Now we have a very convincing round here for RTY.
So this is match point for both
if
players.
This was Rayshawn that just got perfected, I'd say that he'd actually be in a pretty bad situation in this round. But Potato Salad is a very strong player mentally, and you can see already coming out swinging right out the gate. So he's definitely not, you know, shaken up after that last round.
All right, and he has a lot of bar to work with.
Yeah, to be fair though, Rayshawn's on a very similar amount. Both players think at full stock.
Okay, here we go. Okay,
that's good. That's good.
You know, I think that's one of the stupidest thing is that when she gets hit, her fireball disappears.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know that. I never hit Laura's, so I don't know.
I think
they just keep killing me.
I don't think that should happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, wow. So we saw Potato Salad spin some bar, 2 bars to try to get in.
All right.
Didn't work out, but now Rayshawn spent his 3 bars to get in.
So,
the shimmy. Is that it? No, it's not it.
Here comes the overhead. Ooh, never mind.
That was a perfect meeting there.
Gotta get Robbie V versus RTY.
2-1. That was a very close set, though.
Yeah.
That was really close set. Good games to both these players. Good stuff to Potato Salad. Making out tonight, getting looks like 5th or tied for 5th. I wouldn't know. Can I? Is this something I can see? I'm a really good TO, guys. Yeah, tied for 5th. That's right. Okay.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, tied for 5th. Good stuff to him. Good Laura showing from him yet again.
I think he just needs those dirty setups.
Yeah.
And then, my God.
Because I think he's. I don't want to say technically, but I want to say like. I think Chad plays a better Laura.
Right.
But I think that Potato Salad, like if they both switch to Ryu tomorrow, I think Potato Salad would play a better Ryu.
Yeah.
So the thing is, he needs to figure out what the difference is between his Laura and Chad's Laura. Like, where's the dirtiness coming from? Where does the disrespect come in? Like, because he's been doing a lot of stand jab, and I love that. I love disrespect because you make your opponent think, and you get a lot of mileage off of it. And the thing is, like, he does that, but he doesn't do it enough, as you said.
Yep.
Like, the stand jab's like the first step. And then it's like, okay, what about like crazy dirty mix-ups? Because like we saw a lot there, like where he do like let's say you do like stand medium punch, EX center clap, cross up, and then you just do another stand medium punch. Where it's like, just go for the man grab, bro. Just kill him. You know?
Yeah. Play dirtier.
Play dirty.
Play dirty.
You're not dirty enough.
Play dirty. You got a command grab. Just.
No, dude.
Just scoop.
You frame trapped him so much that he didn't press anything.
He didn't press anything.
He didn't press anything against you. Did you counter hit him like 4 or 5 times? No, dude. No, dude. You frame trapped him so much he was like, I ain't pressing any buttons. And
then just give him the elbow. Then just.
You hear this, man?
Yeah, when you got hit with that super, it's like if you could have got out of that, you would have been okay. But Nikali with super, what can you do? Just don't get hit.
Oh, it's 1-1 here in the series, guys.
All right, so match round.
Match point here for Robbie B and for RTY. There we go. Everything's updated.
Okay, so.
What do you think about this matchup, Kong? What do you think? What you've watched it for the past couple weeks? What do you think needs to be done by either of these players?
Okay, so I think that RTY is the favorite on this one.
Really?
But I think Robbie, I played him and he's shown like real good stuff. But the thing is, like I've talked about him like a lot of times is that he doesn't trust in his reads or anything like that. So he's always hesitant. Like you saw right there, he got that stand fierce punch.
Yeah.
And nothing came out of it. He should always be looking, every time I throw a stand fierce punch, is it going to crush counter? If it is going to crush counter, just go for it.
And the thing is also, he has an option select, Ken does, every character does, on any crush counter. You can do the late cancel where it only happens on crush counter.
Right, yeah.
The thing is, though, I think that negates the possibility of you doing the medium punch combo, but the thing is, like, you still get a combo.
You still get a jab.
You still
jab into back medium punch, back fierce.
And that's the thing. It's like, as long as you get it, that's what counts, obviously. But
he took the first round, so...
Also, I'd like to see some challenges on the stomps. Robbie B loves DPing. And that's his, like, he'll call you out on whatever it is. Like, they're, like, again, perfect DP as an anti-air. That's the classic Robbie B special. Just DP you because I don't believe in it.
You know what? I actually think, if he sees, a stomp like that or, a stomp block string, I think he can actually, like kick Tatsu.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time.
Like kick Tatsu. But Robbie B wouldn't like kick Tatsu. That's the technical thing. Robbie B says, screw you, screw your Tatsu, I'm going to kill you right now. No, I mean, to be fair, I'd love to see him do the like kick Tatsu.
Like kick Tatsu right there would have worked.
But Robbie B, I know would just DP him to the moon over and over again, dude. That's his favorite thing. He does it for the mental damage, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he just goes the whole thing. Just everything in the kitchen sink.
All right, so we said heavy stomps was neutral, but in V-trigger, it's +1.
+1?
In V-trigger, it's +1.
And he's dead.
Yeah. But, meter-wise, that's okay. He had to spend a super bomb.
And guess who has a super?
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah, but I think, Ken's meter's best used on EX Tatsu and, trying to hit confirm.
EX Tatsu, why?
Oh,
I was going to say, what?
Yeah. Or back fierce punch or back medium punch fierce punch.
EX.
Yeah.
He'll go for the medium kick Tatsu and the EX DP. That's so much damage.
Yeah. All right.
It doesn't get the combo, or the full combo, I should say. Just goes for the kind of more basic stuff. Man, that's a long turn from Nikali. That's the thing. I know Ken can probably try to, like, Cups there would do like the target combo there to try to challenge that long block string. I think Robbie B, I think he's giving RTY too long of turns. I think that's what I'd say.
Like, well, the thing is that like Nikali stand short, stand medium kick into crouch mid punch.
Oh, that's all legit.
Yeah, that's a tight frame.
Oh, that's all legit.
So you have to respect that.
But see, like there, like he did stand jabbing, he was walking forward. But see, that time, Robbie B completely again right there. He's stomping out these turns here from RTY, and that's a big change in what we saw these previous rounds. Okay, so he tried to jump out. Like, it didn't work out, but it doesn't mean it's a bad read. Oh, doesn't go for the super. Yeah.
But, that's okay. All right. I think
DP.
It's an overhead. Oh, nope.
That's it.
Yeah.
But no, so that was good. That was good, though. He tried to get out of, because he saw Rayshon was doing a lot of walking forward and a lot of weird stuff. So he tried to jump out of there. It didn't work that time, but doesn't mean, like, he lost the round because of it and obviously the game. But again, you can't argue as a bad read. You just have to argue, like, maybe that one time the coin flip didn't work out.
Yeah.
But I think Robbie B had the right idea. I gotta say it. I think Robbie B had the right idea. It just didn't quite work out in his favor that time. And, you know, obviously RTY is going to take the round and the game because of it. So now he's up 1-0 in the series. Robbie B needs to bring it back 2-0 to take this match. No DP there, but to be fair, I think if he did no button, he could have just snuck by. So I think that's what Robbie B was reading. So now you're going to see Robbie B going to this neutral game. Oh, there's that stand jab anti-air. Goes to the dash under. He normally doesn't do that.
He had the right read, you know, and then he didn't.
Wow. This DP. That was perfectly spaced on that roundhouse. That was a really sick roundhouse. I think he needs to option select maybe something after, like the target combo. Kind of like I do after my scythe, where people kind of like just classically dash in. It's like just, you know, punish him for it. Oh, that's sick. Good stuff there by Ray Sean getting in there. That was a really sick delay throw.
Yeah.
That's +1, as you said, at least. So now we're going to see match point here for Ray Sean. Robbie B just needs to figure out.
Yeah, just figure out his groove. And, you know, he's leaving a lot of damage on the table, which is a good thing as a player, you know, to know that, you know, you can get the damage and you have the right reads. And that, I think, is the hardest part, you know, just getting the reads.
Yeah, the hard reads are the hard part. The conversions are easy.
Yeah, the conversions are easy. And, you know, that's really weird because, you know, sometimes it's the other way around. You know, people go in training mode, you know, they practice their combos, you know, they practice their hit.
Oh, that was so me, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I had perfect combos, but I never hit him.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Like, when do I get the opportunity to do this, guys?
Yeah.
Like,
but Robbie is the complete opposite. He gets the reads, he just doesn't
oh, the...
That was for Moxie.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's the thing, like, Robbie, I think, is awesome. He operates on tilt. It's 24/7. It's sick. Oh, wow, he actually gets paid for jumping back. He's one of the very few players that get paid for jumping back against Ray Sean.
Oh, all right.
So here you go, full conversion. See, that's the thing, what happens with Robbie B, dude. If he just converted like this every round, dude, it'd be so free. There you go, jump fierce, crouch, knee kick Tatsu, super.
Yep, and I think that's good. So, you know, Robbie, you know, right after we talked about it, if he gets the conversions, he would be as scary. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Robbie's calling for the Balrog. Oh, man. This is... Oh, character select.
This is awesome. Robbie B always does stuff like this.
Uh-oh. Is RTY on tilt now? I would be on tilt.
No, he's not on tilt. He doesn't get tilted from Robbie. The only thing that tilt Ray Sean aren't other people. It's himself. He's like me, dude. Like,
what?
I don't get tilted from usually other people. I just get tilted whenever I just like something in the play happens. Not like verbal stuff, but like you know, something in the game happens. I'm just like, wow, I'm done. And the thing is, I don't even realize that I'm tilted either. It's the best part.
Okay, all right, so
RTY going for the Balrog.
Yeah, giving Robbie what he wants. Is this the plan? Is this what Robbie wanted? We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Does Robbie?
Or was it like a double reverse psychology? Where he's like, I want you to play Balrog, and then Ray Sean's like, oh, you really don't want to play Balrog, so therefore I will play Balrog.
Yeah.
No,
it's some next level Yomi right
Next
there.
level. To be fair, I don't think he wants to play Balrog because Balrog has been tearing Robbie apart recently because he doesn't have the punish. There we go. That's what we didn't have last time. He didn't punish those dash punches, but now he has the proper punish. Looks like on deck. It didn't work out that time, but again, as I talked about earlier,
I think stand light kick would have worked. I think
stand light kick.
Yeah, I think that's a 4 frame.
It is 4 frames, but I normally just don't see that from Ken. Usually, it's not like your go-to. You know, it's not like wow, dude.
I think he gets Tatsu after. Like Tatsu. Oh no, Tatsu! What the heck? What are we thinking about? Tatsu's 3 frames.
Yeah,
and it hits forever.
Yeah, but like if he's really close, you get the target combo and the full full confirm.
Right.
Which is
but the thing is, you know, if you haven't trained for that, you know, and you haven't, you know, had experience with that.
Why is liking Tatsu 3 frames?
I don't know.
It's really random, honestly.
It's so fast. All right, yeah, that's a punish.
I think Ray Sean or Robbie would also benefit from liking Tatsu and wake up.
Yeah, he's actually been doing that pretty well.
Yeah, I like to see a little bit more from him. He hasn't used it this set yet. Wow, the whip punish.
There we go.
That was a perfect whip punish there by Robbie B.
Yeah, you know, but if he had the confidence, he would probably. I would have ran after that.
You go for the throw.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a easy punish. Oh my God, punish that Robbie. There we go, full punish. Crouch like a Street Fighter 4, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Yeah. See, he doesn't know the ranges, so just Tatsu. Ooh. Okay. Oh.
I like this. See how disrespectful he's dashing in? I like it.
But one thing I will say about Rayshawn is that he's very good. Well, I don't. He likes to throw tech. I don't know if that's very good, but he throws a lot.
He's all like me on the throw tech defense.
Yeah.
Oh well, that is punishable, but it's really hard to punish. Honestly, I've never really had too much success.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Robbie's actually getting a lot more daring.
Yeah.
All right. Robbie.
Oh, watch out for that. Oh, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. He didn't want the ball rug.
No, that reverse psychology.
That reverse psychology didn't work out. It's the double reverse psychology.
He buffed, or he bluffed and it didn't work.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Robbie V.
Oh, it's Atsu? Oh, okay.
Light Tatsu punish? Yeah, what they were saying.
We'll get matches in. After tournament, we'll get matches in.
Light Tatsu.
Rayshawn leaves.
Light Tatsu. No, because I have to play him in LA. Light Tatsu punish my dad.
It doesn't. I've been in the room. We'll talk about it. No, it doesn't. I tried it. That's the first, because the DP doesn't work. So I tried Tatsu, and it's I don't know. So, for example, the target combo, like the foot stomp, that move knocks back. Like, it's -8, that's fine. But it's like, damn, dude, it like pushes back weird. Because I should just be able to do target combo and then blow you up. But I mean, there's sometimes like, wham, wham, and like you get shoved back, but it's all right. All right, who's talking shit in stream? Who wants to feel my wrath? Nobody? Yeah, that's what I thought. Thanks for watching. Shout out to everybody watching Top of the Shop tonight. We got winners finals coming up. Kong and the Fire Team going at it, but this time it's broiled chicken. So let's switch off that screen.
All right, guys.
Winners finals is a 3 out of 5 set. The loser will have to play Rayshawn, luckily awaiting in losers finals.
I guess.
Can't see the Nakali. No. All right, so Fire Team Nash against Chun-Li. I will feel your wrath. Fight me. Hurt Fox? I don't even know who you are. I mean, what is a Hurt Fox? No. Moxie US, you're nobody though. Hold that shit.
Damn. Yo, man, chill. Get off my teammate, dog. He actually plays on the Call of Duty team for Gunsmoke.
Oh, that's cute. I remember when I was 12 playing Call of Duty.
Damn. All right,
no,
so
shout out to Team Gunsmoke.
All right, going into it, broiled chicken with a very dominant lead at the beginning, as usual. It's very hard to get a life lead against Kong, and if you get it, it's even harder to keep it. So, you know, Karate Fam, chill.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, and diving into commentate with me, dog. Commentate with me, dog.
I'm trying to get my wins where I can. All right, so yeah, the thing is about this matchup is for these two personal players, and we can say all day these guys play everybody every week, but I really feel like it comes down to who throws the first bad fireball, and more so with Chun-Li, because that's really the only opening Kong is going to give you as a player is.
Even then, it's
a bad fireball.
Even then, it's a tight opening because Chun-Li's fireball is so good.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
It's not an easy opening to take advantage of. However, Fire Team able to claw back into this round, take the life lead.
Well, he's one stand fierce away.
Wow, that was very meaty.
Or that.
Yeah, that was very meaty. Took Yo, Moxie, all you have to do is just stomp on his insulin pump. You got it.
Yeah, you can go low. Kick the disabled player while he's down. Oh yeah, Kong won or something. I don't care.
Yeah, who cares about that, yo? Broiled chicken.
It's me against the chat right now.
Round 1.
Trying to fight.
Alright. Game 2. This is a
Oh my god, what is that? That is some demo bullshit right there. Like from the Tokyo Game Show in 2014. Like, look at this triangle jump Chun-Li has. You can get roundhouse off of it. Neat.
Yeah.
Air legs. Nice answer to air legs too. Especially crouch beating punch being a low pro move. Keeps you under the legs and able to strike it out. Because every Chun-Li will be the first person to tell you, just jab it, dog.
Yeah, that's not that easy.
Done, man. Now, what you should do after air legs, according to the man who wrote the book on the matchup, because you got to see what they do afterwards.
Either DP. Yeah. Well, I DP early just so I can get the read. I always DP at the beginning of the round just so I can get the read, and then I DP later on in the round so I can get the. I DP on later on in the round so I can just see how they've adapted. If you can space properly and backdash, you can whiff punish it. I was doing very well against Kong the other day with punishing legs, but
yeah,
that's easier said than done. I could probably never do it again. That day I was just on my P's and Q's.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, no, okay, I was going to say, no punish. If it's spaced properly, which Kong always do.
Right.
Which Kong mostly always does is space it properly. It's really hard to punish. Chun-Li sweep is pretty stupid.
Let's see, will that bang or that was just timing you out?
Rip. Alright. And Fire Team has he's working on a perfect right now. Yo, leave the chat alone. Focus on this perfect though.
I am. I'm in there.
Rip. Alright. Fire Team clawing back. Wow.
I was just going to say, hard to push Fireball with that because super on deck.
Yeah. He's going to get the setup. He always goes,
Ooh, what the? Some rollback action? I don't know, man.
Solid V reversal there.
Oh, wait. That's alright.
Alright. And Kong just crawling back into this. And he's gonna... Wow. EX spinning bird kick there. Jab pressure. He has to be careful. But still gets the throw.
Chun-Li wins.
So Kong up right now. I mean, the hardest part about the matchup is the neutral game in this previous setup. And whereas Nash has the ability to fight back with the low forward, it's not even Chun-Li at this point. It's the Kong spacing factor that is such a difficult thing to overcome.
Back to what I was talking about earlier, or last week, was Kong's footsies are on point, and he plays the best character that enhances footsie play and spacing, and it makes it really hard.
I feel like a lot of people play Chun-Li because she's arguably the best character in the game, but I feel like Kong plays Chun-Li because this character was built for him. Like,
yeah, no, it's literally...
They called him up and were like, what would you like to see? And he's like, I'm going to tell you right now.
And then he shows him this notebook that says, spam stand fierce.
This is where I feel like I'll be in 6 months. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Fire Team with a verbal...
Nah, that's not a verbal pop-off.
It's not a verbal pop-off. It's a, that's positive?
Oh. I didn't know you could do that.
Yo, and I just want to see Fire Team. We were talking about. He said he was watching some Japanese player, and he was like, he needs to scythe more. And I don't know if he meant that specifically in the Nikali matchup, but
wait, are you talking about Nash Nikali or Nash Chun-Li?
That's what I said. I don't know if he was talking matchup based or like in general, where he was saying I just need to scythe more.
I said that the first time these guys ever played, when actually Fire Team beat Kong back in
the first top of the shop where he was at.
Yeah, and it was just he was always half a frame behind, and the scythe was the answer. So looks like we are going to see Fire Team and Rayshawn RTY.
Sorry.
Chun-Li wins.
In losers finals, 3 out of 5 set coming up. Yeah, I'll tell you at Denny's tonight. So, I've been bodying chat since I can't win his chat.
All right, so
how do you feel about that matchup? I mean, what was the? It's a 3-0. I don't ever feel like if you're just specifically watching or looking at the bracket, you're like, calling 3-0 Fire Team. I don't really think it was a 3-0. It was just a. Me and Fire Team, me and Rayshawn were talking about needing to scythe more and neutral.
the thing is that if he scythes and I block, I get EX legs, and then I get my pressure.
Right.
So it's, and sometimes it takes me by surprise, but if he starts doing a lot more, a lot of it is, he gets that chip damage, but
Right.
you don't really want to be knocked down against Chun-Li. Because EX legs, you get dash dash.
Right.
And then it's a frame perfect meaty. Unless you back roll. And then
as you call them, the dirty back rollers.
The dirty back rollers. I mean, I get a back fierce punch, but
yeah, I even forget that's a wake up option still, just because just wasn't a thing, not ingrained into the muscle memory of the previous.
But the thing is that I previously said that it was impossible to react. I've been working on it a lot. That's most of my time now is just confirming the quick rise and the back roll.
Right.
I think I'm pretty good at it. I'm 95%.
I watch for the feet. So all that damage that Fire Team earned, a simple hairdo later, and Necalli's in the driver's seat right now. Fire Team still trying to play the runaway game, but Necalli, man, so explosive on damage. He finds a big jump in right there, unable to confirm.
All right.
Still gonna get one though. I mean, you're talking about the two best dashes in the game, arguably here. B-Trigger Necalli and Nash, just how it's built. Oh, another missed anti-air opportunity. Looking like Robbie V out there, not anti-airing and getting bopped in the head for free.
And I think Fire Team is not gonna anti-air anymore after that. Oh, nope, never mind.
And we say it every week. Rayshawn is very competent player. Oh my God! Wow, you didn't convert off it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Very competent player, but sometimes splitting yourself a little too thin, you miss out on certain stuff. Some of your sensibilities kind of get split up between Balrog and Necalli, who arguably operate completely different as far as their game plans go.
Yeah. All right, so this is where he's scared. Ooh, wonderful read, but no conversion.
Yeah, a little bit too far back, but now musical chair is going to switch corners here. Fire Team looking for an overhead. He's gotten away from the overheads a lot. He really likes to play the runaway game, and finding that spacing, guys, that is Street Fighter 101 right there. That 2 square out range, you throw a projectile, if they react and jump, you get an anti-air. That has been lost since the dawning of Street Fighter.
That is a fundamental thing that you have to know.
Yep.
Before you even think about throwing a fireball, you have to be able to anti-air if somebody jumps it.
Yeah, earn space, then you get buttons. And I think Rayshawn maybe might be a little bit trying to accomplish a range where he can kind of answer back with some of the seismos, and there's one right there.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think he now is trying to dash, whiff punish with the dash, but I don't think it's working out very well because, Fire Team's just throwing a lot of buttons out there, and, the thing is that, ooh, is that
Ryu? That was a Ryu combo.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. Okay.
But, as we're talking, Fire Team's throwing a lot of buttons out there, and he's not getting punished for it, so, why stop?
Right, and the thing is Fire Team's active defense is the wall of buttons, because he's like basically standing full screen, taunting you, come in, and you try to dash, and you try to really start trying to force the issue really hard, and that's where all that, we talked about earlier, all that stray damage comes from Nash getting hit on the way in. It's just, it's very difficult, and Rayshawn's got a huge wall to climb right now. 24 seconds to play. Ooh, oh my gosh.
And that's, the difference between Fire Team and Spencer right there was that he used the meter for a setup, and Spencer doesn't. And then, so that, I think, is a good use of meter right there.
Right. Oh, yeah, I would agree. And a lot of times, it might not be optimal damage, but smart players give up optimal damage for the setup.
Yeah.
All right, so I really like this early on. Rayshawn saying, I'm having enough of your runaway gimmick. Try to get him in the corner as fast as possible. And that way, the damage you score on the way in, if it does come to a timeout scenario, you're in a better situation. Right. The cross under taken out of the book of Mr. Kong himself. Yeah. I like the idea with the D-reversal. You got to try something different here.
All right. Yeah, but the thing is, he's not paying attention to what normal he's actually be reversing.
Right.
So, that was punishable right there. And he reversed.
And now we're in the situation where if Rayshawn tries to jump out right now, you got EX Moonsault on deck. But you're just going to let him out. Fire Team continue to be like, I have a 75% bar life lead here.
All right, so here we go. That's -2 on block. Ooh, again.
When you go back and watch videos like this, you're like, God, I'm just getting hit by these random buttons.
Right,
the thing is like, they might feel random, but they're all spaced correctly, and they all serve a purpose.
Right. So the underlying thing, and I heard Infiltration say this in an interview, is that timing is probably one of the most important things, and probably the thing that separates you know, the top players from all the rest right now. Because when you think about it, when you time your buttons, you know, like crush counters and stuff like that, that's when you're getting the counter hit and you're actually putting your move out there first. And that's actually you making a read when you get a crush counter.
Sure.
Or, you know, sometimes you get lucky.
Right. Yeah, I kind of see that. I mean, I'm not about to be somebody who is going to. I don't agree with what the infiltration said, because you know.
Right, but the thing is that, you know, Fireteam right now, he's just timing his buttons. You know, he's getting a feel for Rayshawn's rhythm, and then so, you know, like
Rhythm is the key word. It's when this is my space. Basically, button turns on, turns off. Do I jab? Do I not jab? Do I not jab? He's not throwing him out right now, but what you can guarantee, once you see Rayshawn come into that dash range, specifically watch the squares in the training room, you're gonna start seeing a more active economy of buttons by Fireteam. And here it is, the knee, just challenging right now. And like those are all buttons that would have stopped at dash.
Yeah, and then you also see that, you know, the new thing that Fireteam is doing right now is that he's actually crouching a lot. So he's actually making it so, you know, so you actually have to physically react to a move and not just, you know, him standing there. So when he's standing there, he's just static. And then so to change that, he's actually, you know, crouching, you know, doing that. So, you know, if somebody's, you know, like Rayshawn, who's a little bit younger, you know, who might have that twitch reaction, you know, he might react to it. And, you know, I think that's where he's getting them. He's, you know, he's doing buttons, you know, and Rayshawn's, you know, thinking, it's like, oh man, like this is my chance, you know, he whiffs something, I can dash in, but Fireteam is like, nope, here's my stand medium punch and here's my sight.
So we're gonna see a Balrog switch here. I have seen Rayshawn with his back against the wall, 0-2, down in a finals of a tournament, and run it all the way back. So Rayshawn definitely not out of it yet. Don't sleep on the boy. That's why I was getting hyped after the match. Not that I won, I was just like, I want to see the Balrog. I'm trying to beat Balrog right now.
Me and Fireteam said that was like some like crazy reverse psychology.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to be a jerk about it. I was like, let's get that fight money.
Yeah. All right, so.
Which now I realize I don't even think Balrog says anything about fight money.
Yeah, not in this one.
Wow.
Yeah. See, so.
Or one out.
So yeah, so Rayshawn's just trying to move forward.
Something the Balrog does well.
Yeah.
Man, there was a rumor for a while that the B trigger was gonna make Balrog not have charge.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
crazy.
Walk forward, crouch strong, dash punch.
Yeah. So
like what?
So me and Cups were talking about it, and like, what was it? Zach Palmer. He has a hitbox, and he used to play Street Fighter 4. And you know, I guess you know you can hold back and move forward at the same time because Street Fighter 4
only reads.
Yeah. Only It prioritizes forward movement, so you're not blocking. So you just walk forward, and then he could headbutt. That's the scariest thing.
That's cheap. Man, Mr. Wizard, please. So, Rayshawn had a very impressive first round right there. I mean, basically, the story is move Nash in the corner, scoring a lot of poking damage of his own. The process is moving forward right now. I don't know if Nash, at the spacing, is going to have a very strong answer to dash punch. Oh,
Ooh,
man, a great neutral jump. That
spends the bar for that, but I think that's worth it because
no, absolutely.
Balrog, you know, his NV trigger, he's just crazy. He can score a lot of damage.
I was gonna say it's almost kind of like a reverse Balrog situation where you're used to seeing Balrog get beat up, and then he activates that B trigger and then just smashes you in,
and then he just goes in.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a wonderful block, but not a conversion.
And that's. Once again, you can't say enough good things about coming out to local tournaments, but that overhead is not something you want to get blown up on at a major tournament. And so it's good that you get to see it whenever Rayshawn uses it. Now he's really mixing up those tournaments. I really like that.
All right, wonderful neutral jump.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. That's the first piece of advice they always give to people playing against Balrog is neutral jump him all day.
Yeah.
Neutral jump him and then frame trap him in the corner because he only has the 1 3-frame stand light pick. Man, the stray damage. I gotta say, I feel for Rayshawn when they get clipped by this stuff. Excellent shimmy, nice damage. Oh, no. That's gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's
it. All right, like I said, Rayshawn never out of it. Never out of the running.
And I think Balrog is actually one of the stronger DLC characters.
I would agree. As far as comparing him to Ibuki, who that's the class he came in with, it's like night and day.
Yeah, Ibuki is Famine and then You get some nutrition. When you
I
get
thought we were going a Horseman of the Apocalypse route. Balrog would be like war or something.
Yeah,
like.
dude, he's got that little chariot going on. He's just going forward all the time.
Is Balrog is he the DLC for Dark Souls 3 DLC? Confirmed. Like you enter the ring, like you walk through the fog gate, right, and you hit the gloves, and he walks in and he's just like straight, he just kills you. And you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, you have to have a 3-frame weapon to punish it.
To punish it, that rapier.
The rapier or the broken straight sword. That's the secret tech. You can parry it on the way and like, whoa, you're a bad. If you can parry dash punch, you're a badass.
Yeah, dude.
Back to the match though.
All right.
The one thing though, like, granted, I can't beat Rayshawn's Balrog yet, but the thing that sometimes is a little obvious, and take out maybe A-frames like or whatever, but he's always aiming to strike from the same ranges with the dash punch. And a lot of that relies off of, you've said it a million times, if you don't know how to deal with it, keep doing it.
Yeah,
I'm not contesting that for a minute, but sometimes it's like, okay, this is what's coming in.
Right.
That was an Akali dash right there. Like, there's no reason for Balrog to like try something like that. I like the Stand Fierce though. That Stand Fierce is a strong button.
All right, so this is really bad because now Nash has
all the resources.
Yeah, all the resources. He's about ready to get.
He's one medium punch block away from V reversal. I like Rayshawn's approach though right now. This is exactly what you need to do in this exact situation. Trigger. If you're gonna get damage in, now is the time.
All right. So. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was a good idea though.
Yep.
That was a really good idea by Rayshawn. I don't contest that for a second.
All right, so I'm back on.
All right, so Grand Finals, Kong and thanks Kong for joining me on commentary. Joining me now, Mr. Rayshawn RTY. How do you feel about overall? What are your feelings on Nash Balrog?
It's better than Nash Akali.
What about it?
You can't fucking play lame like that. I could just dash punch my way in, and then I don't know. It's better than Nash Akali. Because when he plays that stupid runaway game against Akali, dude, what the fuck am I supposed to do besides just dash up and then I get hit with crouch?
You want to know what you do?
Nothing. There's nothing I can do.
You push him in the corner, and then you jump out. And then you bait the V reversal.
Okay.
And you jump, and then he does roundhouse and hits you on the other side of the map.
There's nothing to do. It's so much better for Balrog than Akali. I don't have to deal with fireballs. And then instead, he just plays this, okay, I'm just going to play this full screen, lame game. Nash is such a lame fucking character.
Dude, alright.
I'm not even salty, just
no,
so lame.
I understand. That's that kind of playstyle though, right?
It's so stupid.
You would like to lose here to that playstyle and learn to go somewhere else and learn there's a fucking rando doing it.
I don't know. I mean, I would probably lose either way.
Nah. It is frustrating. I mean, Street Fighter 4 Sim was like that. Street Fighter 4 Guile was like that, and he was better at it than Nash is.
I'm not salty. I'm just annoyed.
No, I get it.
I just feel more annoyed than salty.
Feels like you didn't get a chance to play.
No, man, because everything I try to do, Nash is just like, nah.
I know, man. I feel you. I'm not gonna sit back and be like, yo, Rayshawn was so salty after you beat him 5 games. Like, I know, I understand it, man. I understand it. I'm not mad at the game ever. I just get frustrated, just like you.
Well, no, I get mad at the game, but I'm not mad at the game right now. I'm just frustrated. That's all. Happens. Anyways, Grand Finals, last 2 weeks. Kong and Fire Team.
Yeah. I kind of want to go back the last 3 weeks and take Grand Finals and like superimpose them, like put all the videos on different lines.
Yeah.
And like turn the opacity down just to see how much of it like matches up. You know, like because we haven't really seen anything new out of the two players as far as this particular matchup goes. The one thing that Kong has mentioned he's been trying to talk about is just picking the absolute 100% right spacing for buttons. And Fire Team, we talked about this at Denny's last week, and he's like, I feel like I've changed my playstyle completely because he's doing the runaway kind of game.
Yeah.
And it's good for players like that to kind of go through a little bit of a metamorphosis and change stuff up. The V trigger or the V skill in the corner that you saw Chun-Li just do, that is also something that Kong has been trying to add, just to give an extra mode of.
Well, it blows up text. That's why he's trying to do it.
Right, yeah. He uses it in the same way that Ryu does Tatsu.
Yeah, and he uses it to blow up text. And Kong takes the first game.
Also, I will tell you this: when we hang out after the tournament, and like I always talk to Fire Team about the tournament and stuff, and he feels the same way about this matchup. That some of the frustrations you expressed about your matchup, he's just like, I just can't do anything.
Yeah.
And big punish incoming. Man, it's always weird when you're playing a player like Kong and you see him do like the raw legs like that.
Yeah. You're never.
Did he just fuck up?
You're like, it throws you off, so you have to be ready for every opportunity, but it's hard to be because you're like, wow, this is Kong. This doesn't happen.
It's like when I played against Spencer, he's more apt to do wake up bird legs.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go, I'm not used to seeing this.
Yeah. He kind of threw me off. He threw me for a loop. But I knew he couldn't handle my Balrog, so that's why I would have stuck with Nikali, but I was like, I know he can't beat my Balrog, so.
Right. No, we were calling your Balrog like a scrub buster. Not saying that like he's a scrub, but more like pub buster. Just like it's a character that's harder to play against if you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like Fuerte, like please, like if you've never seen Fuerte, you're not winning.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not winning.
I think Nikali does a better job at the matchup than Balrog, but I think Balrog can hold his own in the matchup as well.
Hey man, all it matters. Yeah, for sure. I agree.
All right.
It's kind of hard to commentate like this matchup
because we've seen it so much.
Not even that, but it's not about tit for tat moves right here. Wow, welcome back to March, everybody.
Yeah, I just thought, okay, so I probably would have got hit by it too because when I saw it, I was like, okay, he's just gonna V-trigger into super. So I definitely got hit with it. Yo, and before stomps. Oh, nice.
Fire Team.
What? I thought he was just gonna do those hard to blockable stomps.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I
get hit by them all the time.
Street Fighter 4. That's my favorite thing to do with Chun-Li in the corner. Instant stomp, and you go 1-2, and then you float, and then you get a cross up light kick.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Doesn't work against good players at all. But I mean, the thing is, like, if you're watching this at home and you're trying to be like, okay, this Nash seems to know what he's doing. This Chun-Li seems to know what he's doing. Really, what you want to pay attention to is how do these players deal with being in the corner? Because I feel like that's the crux of the match.
Yeah, for sure.
So like neutral right here is very tit for tat. Kong gonna confirm damage right there, but again, here we are. We're in that corner situation. Fire Team is one hard punch away, as I just said, from a V trigger activation. Oh man,
gets the jump in.
Wow.
He thought it was gonna cross up.
That sucks whenever you get when people jump. Just do it again.
Yo, that was so weird.
Like to beat this kid's ass right now, Ray Sean.
Yo, why did legs come out there?
I don't know.
Why?
Because he was on the other side.
I don't understand. Because he was on the other side.
The game said, "Fuck it, you can have it."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. That's like the rare situation sometimes in Street Fighter 4 where you would throw fireballs and people would jump weird and you would both be facing the same direction and be like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah. Yo, did you see my buck up against Potato Salad? Oh my god,
wow.
The super. Kong does it before he even gets to say Sonic.
Robbie Botaw reactions.
He just goes, Nash just goes, Son.
Yo, can we please?
No, that would have been nasty.
I just wanted to believe.
We're not playing this game. So that was a weird moment. Congrats to Kong once again taking it first place. Second place. Oh my god, second team. I'm sure Fire Team wouldn't like me calling him that, but second team. Second place goes to Fire Team. Third place, me. That's your top three. We don't understand what just happened with this game. What is the thing? These are just casuals, right? Okay, yeah, so these are just casuals, guys. So we're going to rack up this bracket, play some casuals on stream. Let me just go ahead and update the bracket, give you guys the top 8, the every week speech that... No, never mind, Robbie's back. I'll let him handle that.
You know why it ran away, though?
Yeah, I saw it.
What is the hitboxes, Capcom? Explain to me. Somebody out there. Moxie, you seem really smart. You could probably explain that to me.
Damn.
No, me and Moxie are cool. We talked it out. We had... You know,
he beat me 3-1.
We expressed it. It's cool.
Yeah. And that's the tournament. So we're gonna end the tournament.
Give me my chair back.
Hold on. Let me give the top 8. I want to do this.
You're doing this?
All right, guys. So your top 8. for this evening. First place, Broiled Chicken, aka Kong. Second place, Fire Team, aka Second Team. Third place, RTY,
AKA hitboxes don't apply to me.
Mr. Third Place himself now. And fourth place, TKC Robbie V. Fifth place, Potato Salad. Sixth place, Spencer. Seventh place, Watson Chan. And eighth place, Cups. That's your top 8 for this evening. Good showing. We had a 15-man bracket. Pretty solid
Look at
play.
the gameplay play too. I don't know. I doubt anybody pays attention when they're looking at the challenge bracket, but we never play Street Fighter 5 here.
And today we played Road Rash 3, Return of the Jab Throw.
Man, I was like, I want to play. Let's play Road Rash.
Oh, dude, when I played Volterra, you know what I should have just done? Take throws. I'm gonna play him casuals. Is he still here? No, he's not still here.
I talked to him a little bit. I said, how do you feel about your performance today? He's like, I lost. He's like, well, I won 1, I lost 2. I'm like, well, you lost to Ray Sean. He's probably going to get top 3 tonight. I said, are you still having fun with the game? And he's like, yeah, I was having fun. I was like, because I was like, I just want you to know, man, even though people give you shit on KCSRK for some of the stuff you post, I said, they only give you shit because everybody has been there.
Yeah, well, I mean,
everybody has been there. If you play competitive fighting games, you always run into this character or maybe a particular setup or something that you think is cheap, and because the answer is not obvious to you immediately, it can really build as a source of frustration. Like example, like when I was learning the game before, if you pick Blanca, Vega, or Bison, you will body me. Because I didn't know how to deal with head stomps. I didn't know how to deal with wall dive off Vega, and I didn't know how to deal with just Blanca in general. And it was like, these characters are so cheap.
Yeah.
I don't ever use that word. Because I was like, there's got to be a way. The problem is when I would message those people and be like, what can I do better? They would actually tell me, fuck off, scrub. Get good. God. And I'm like, okay.
I mean, but that was the day of the life of Xbox. That was literally everybody on Xbox 360 in any fighting game ever.
No, yeah, and I was like, all right. I was like, I'm thinking like this is arcade culture. I got to earn that respect. You don't have to do that when you come to top of the shop because people are going to be like, oh no, let me show you. So, anyways, his concern was about was the tick throw.
It was funny.
And it's just I was like, we understand that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely things, like, what people have to consider is that this is Volterra's, like, first fighting game competitively, right? So you have to learn the basic fundamentals, and then your first time you have to deal with tick throws, you're going to be so annoyed by it, especially if you can't tick throws consistently, because you're just like, wow, like, that's cheap in your eyes, but to everybody else's eyes, you're like, dog, this is fighting game 101, but we've all had to deal with it. Like Mortal Kombat, I had to deal with that shit all the time.
That's why, so the frustration like Volterra feels with tick throw setups, it's the exact same kind of frustration you feel with the annoying runaway game in that.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not mad or I'm not gonna say that it's cheap because it's not. Necalli can hold his Necalli can win that matchup. That's why I played him, Moxie, because Necalli can win that matchup. But when he's playing the runaway game and Necalli's a rush down character and Nash is not letting you rush him down, it's frustrating. And Balrog can kind of he can cut the runaway down a little bit more than Necalli can.
Because he controls horizontal space.
Yeah.
The dash punch is a active dash punch.
Yeah.
Whereas Necalli is lead walking with the space.
And
you're taking a lot of jabs. There's a lot of straight damage on the way in, as Kong and I had pointed out. So,
we're not worried about prize money.
Oh, Ray Sean probably gonna walk away with like 20K tonight, I think.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. Well, we only have 15 people.
Oh yeah. So that's like $150,000 prize pool right there.
Right. Hey, shout out to Microsoft, Intel.
Shout out to Capcom.
The city of Kansas City.
Yeah. They actually sponsored us.
Mayor Sly James. He comes out.
Power and Light District themselves.
Shout outs.
Alamo Draft House, they actually gave us $70,000.
Right. The Dixie Chicks. Long time.
Street Fighter. Abby Cat herself, the college student, actually donated $20,000 to the pot bonus.
Right. She said, I was going to use it on college, but I love topping the shop on September 15th, 2016.
Nah, Moxie, there's money, dog.
Gets put out.
Yeah, there's money. And it's up to top 3 who gets the money. And I think the payout we do is what, 70, 20, 10?
No, it's 50, 30-20.
Oh, 50, 30, 20.
Because I believe that at a weekly, third place should at least get their entry paid for it.
Yeah.
And it's because of the great community that we have here at KCSK. there is a pretty good amount of money to win at a weekly.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Nobody out here is doing it for the money. That's the thing. Nobody out here.
We're not doing it for the weekly money.
No.
We're doing it for that monthly or that
Yeah.
major money.
That's what exactly.
Or those Twitch sponsorships by our Street Fighter. Let me throw myself in there. Go ahead and nominate your boy on those forums right now.
I got
for
asked
the
today if
Twitch
I was
stream.
gonna do that, and I was like, I don't know, man. It feels like a scam.
I don't think you can stream. Well, like with your job, could you handle?
No, I couldn't travel. First off,
Yeah, and then could you handle streaming like
but they want
consistently?
you to stream like 12 hours of content a day or something ridiculous like that. And I was like, they only have $850 in their budget.
No, they do. Do they really?
I looked at the thread where it's like, this is how much money we raised, and like we raised $850.
Well, the good thing is that I have stream stuff. I just, first off, I need these headsets, and I am not trying to pay $200 a piece for these things.
Same.
So I'm gonna go ahead and need them to send me those. And I'm gonna need better lighting. Other than that, everything else, just fucking pay for me to go to a major.
Are you gonna do green screen?
I've been going green screen.
That sucks.
I like it.
No, it's lame.
What?
It's lame.
Rip, I like it a lot.
Nah, dude, I think the green screen thing is so cheesy. But I coming from a broadcaster.
I guess
part
that's
of,
I mean, from
part of
your-
broadcasting is building a set and good lighting, and the green screen thing just.
That's why I said I need good lighting.
It looks gimmicky. I don't know. The people that originally started doing it back when they were streaming like Minecraft and shit, I was like,
Oh wow, that's it.
this is try hard.
All right, guys. So we're gonna end this stream. We're gonna play casuals. Start it back over so the casuals, right? That way we can upload this to YouTube. Me and Robbie are gonna go play some casuals. That way he can learn the Balrog matchup. That way I don't get excuses.
Hey man, what did I say? I was like, I'm trying to figure out some excuses right now. And Rayshon's like, yeah, I'm good. Let's go right back into it. I'm like, hold on. I'm trying to think of some excuses right now. I'm trying to think about how I'm trying to find Moxie and beat him up in chat because I can't win in the
I
app.
will take you to his house. You know, Moxie lives in Kansas.
Well, he couldn't. He had to learn some karate because that fool couldn't block that that timeout, dog.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching Top of the Shop. I'll let Robbie do the speech.
No, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Shout outs to Rayshawn, of course, Fire Team Kong. I think Watson was on commentary for a hot second. Again, Top of the Shop every Thursday night. The stream turns on at about 7 o'clock. Glad you guys hung out with us tonight. Shout outs to Moxie, Primordial, Venomous Kirby. Who else do we have up there in chat? Just playing along. Oh, Zevran always popping in there. Zevran's so cool. Why doesn't he come out more? Good Night TV. Do what? Oh, health issues. Okay, right on. Hopefully it gets better. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for playing along with us in chat. Siege P, man. Siege has been watching the stream forever. J Slow, shout outs to you down in Arizona pursuing that pro baseball career. Good shit. So anyways, guys, thanks again to Alamo Draft House. Thanks to everybody who came out tonight. Thanks to everybody who watched. And remember, the worst thing you can do when it comes to fighting games is never pick up a controller. We'll see you guys next week. Event page.